graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
And how are we all doing today? Oh boy, we got a very big game tonight between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. This is a big game, okay? Why is this a big game? Because first and foremost, the Miami Heat, technically speaking, are a game and a half behind the Philadelphia 76ers for that number 6 seed. And I don't know about you, but I want the 76ers to not have to play in the play-in tournament, and it would be just really nice to get a little bit more breathing room against them. The standings have become pretty tight now in the Eastern Conference, so it's them and also the Orlando Magic, who are still half a game behind the Philadelphia 76ers. We are in game number 59 of the season, guys. This is the 59th game of the season. We are pretty much like 3/4 of the way done, I want to say. A third of the way done. Not 3/4, sorry. A third, I really can't do math tonight. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome on into the chat. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you would know when we do go live for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football as well. I owe Sixers Nation an apology, okay? I wanted to start things off with this. Okay, so Sixers Nation, I owe you guys an apology. And why am I apologizing? Well, I think that it's really important to be realistic about the team and obviously give you all my honest opinions about how I feel about the coaching staff, the players, the way that the team is playing, the chemistry between the team, and that type of stuff. I think it's really important to give you guys raw feelings, emotion, and that type of stuff. But I also feel like at the same time, okay, usually like in years past, I've been more, I don't want to say optimistic, but I've had more of a positive tone. And I think this year, I think it's okay to have a negative tone, but it's also really important as well just to try to spin more things into a positive direction, because that's what Sixers fans are hopeful for. I think that it's really nice to sort of leave with a little bit more hope, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. The bottom line is that I feel like that my tone, especially over the last like 3 weeks or so, it's been a little bit too negative, if that makes sense. And so I want to try to correct that a little bit as the season goes on. I think, again, it's like, look, if there's things that I don't like to see, I'm going to call them out, okay? Like, that's really who I am. I'm a man of my word. But at the same time, I'd like the energy for me to be a little bit more upbeat, if that makes sense, and a little bit more positive. And I don't really think that I've given you guys that. And I think that that's bad in the sense, because, you know, who wants to tune on into somebody that is just giving you bad vibes? I mean, sure, again, like the team is only going to do so much, and you got to take it with a grain of salt. But doesn't mean that the cast can't be, you know, negative and that type of stuff. I think that it's important for us, again, to dwell on those things, but also at the same time to just bring more of like a positive type of force to the community as well, and get people involved, get people happy, and that type of stuff. So I really want to try to incorporate that a little bit more. So I wanted to give you guys an apology about that, because I just don't think that it's been as good in that regard. With that out of the way, okay. I want to talk about this Miami Heat team, because the Miami Heat, their best player is Tyler Herro. They also have Norman Powell, and yes, Bam Adebayo is back. The Heat are 5-5 in their last 10 games. I need to see the Philadelphia 76ers make a statement tonight against Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat. I need them to go out there with poise, to go out there with a sense of urgency, a chip on their shoulder, if you will. You're playing in front of your home crowd tonight at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. And so the role players really do need to step up tonight. You can't lose to this Miami Heat team. I'm sorry. You cannot lose to this Heat team. You need to get a spark. This needs to be a playoff type of an atmosphere tonight, because the schedule is not going to get easier over these next 3 games. After they play the Heat, they play the Spurs, and they play the Celtics. And this is sort of I said in the last game that this was a test, but I actually sort of think that this is more of a quiz. This is like one of those pop quizzes, or like a measuring stick type of a stretch for the Philadelphia 76ers, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I really want to see how they do against other teams in the Eastern Conference, and where do they match up as far as playoff matchups go. That's something that I am really looking for in tonight's matchup. The defense, it's going to have to be strong tonight. And maybe I'm reaching here. Maybe I'm praying for too much and I'm being a little bit too optimistic. But something tells me tonight that they're going to have a good defensive game. Something just tells me tonight. I know Eric Spoelstra has done a very good job with the zones, and the Philadelphia 76ers have not been able to do as good of a job against his zones that they play. But tonight, I'm just hoping that they can break that zone. I'm hoping that they can do a good job getting open looks, not just dribble handoffs, more structured passes, and more team chemistry, if you will. That type of stuff is really what I need to see tonight from the Philadelphia 76ers. If they can't close out on guys like Norman Powell and they leave shooters wide open, I'm going to have a problem with that tonight. There needs to be some sort of structured game plan to take these guys out of their game. If Tyler Herro is getting 9 threes off and 6 of them are wide open, that's a problem. You can't give that guy space. Herro's a very good three-point shooter, and you're going to need to have bodies on him. The lineups tonight also need to be crisp as well. They need to make sense. The rotations. The guys that come on in. How much time does Tyrese Maxey play in tonight's game? When does VJ Edgecombe come out? Will there be a lineup that we see without Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe? How long is that going to be? I need to see from my head coach tonight a playoff type of coaching performance. I do. I'm not saying that he has to go to a 9-man lineup. Not saying that he has to go to an 8-man lineup. I'm just saying that there needs to be structure to his coaching tonight. And hopefully, if the game plan's not working out, what adjustments are they going to make? If they're getting out rebounded, Andre Drummond needs to come on in. Chat's probably laughing and is probably like, that's not going to happen. But you know what? We'll see. We shall see tonight, without a doubt. And I'm looking forward to it. Eric Spoelstra versus Nick Nurse is always quite a chess match of a game. When you see both of those head coaches making plays back and forth, Nick Nurse tends to do pretty well against him. But how does he do tonight? It's a great question. My biggest question to you, though, chat. Here's my big question to you. What aspects of the game do the 76ers need to put emphasis on tonight? Are we talking about shooting? We talking about rebounding the basketball? Crisp passing? Reduce the amount of turnovers? What area needs to be focused on for this Sixers team tonight? In my opinion, I really want them to rebound that basketball well. I do not want to see Bam Adebayo going up for 18 rebounds in this game. And the Heat just getting a lot of extra chance opportunities. I want the Sixers to demolish that glass. That is my biggest point of emphasis tonight. Tyrese Maxey the other night did have himself 9 rebounds and Edgecombe had 8. They gave a lot of effort on the glass. Now, you could argue that the team that they were going up against is pretty small and did not have their best players on the court. But I don't care. I need fight. I need grit. I need passion. That's what I need to see tonight. And rebounding is what I'm going to go with as my biggest point of emphasis for tonight's game. I want to welcome on in everybody that is tuning on in for the first time. Again, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too. There might be a little bit of a delay with our play-by-play tonight, and I do, again, apologize about that. Scott is here. What is up, Scott? What's up, Andrew? How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. Got the bell working. It's all great. The Roadcaster is up and running. So, yeah, it's great. Scott says, if I do end up sending you something, what would you like for me to send to you? Send me anything, man. Send me a letter. Send me anything, dude. I always love interacting with you guys. I care a lot about the community. I love engaging with you guys. That's like the main important thing. And again, Sixers Nation, I feel like I do have to apologize to you because I really don't feel like I've done that over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So it's really what we're going to try to emphasize a little bit more of tonight. All right, so there we go. Okay, so the Philadelphia 76ers are ready to get underway in just a few moments. So, again, my question to chat is, what do the 76ers need to focus on tonight? Is it rebounding? Is it shooting the three? Is it attacking and going to the line? Is it not turning over the basketball? What aspect of the game do the 76ers need to focus on if they are going to beat the Miami Heat at home tonight? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Tip-off should be getting underway in about 3 minutes or so. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm all fired up for this game. It should be a fun one between the both of these teams. The Sixers have just got to shoot the ball well. I think that it's going to be really important for them tonight to be able to cash in on threes. Be able to knock down shots, as well as rebounding the ball, too. I've emphasized that quite a little bit in this pregame show. VJ Edgecombe tonight is going to be my difference maker in this game. VJ is going to have an important fourth quarter. He's going to have to get stops. He's going to have to stick his hand in the cookie jar. And I'm excited to see how he does against Tyler Herro and against some of these other guards too. Norman Powell, I'm sure that he's going to get a lot of time on him. So how does the one-on-one matchup with VJ Edgecombe and Norman Powell look tonight? Because Powell can shoot the ball. He's leading the team in scoring. He's done a very good job shooting the basketball throughout his career. So what do we see from that aspect? Is Tyrese Maxey going to be able to go out there and lead the team? Or are there players that are going to step up, like Kelly Oubre, Joel Embiid? Embiid usually does step up offensively. Quentin Grimes, though, what types of contributions are we going to see? So, yeah, I'm all ready to go, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yes. All right, so Sixers just about ready to get started. The headband is activated for VJ Edgecombe. Let's go, dude. He looks so good in that headband. Just saw it over on Sixers Twitter. It is awesome. It is so great. It is fire. Drop those fires in the chat, folks. Let's go. All right, Mark is here. What's going on? Heater gonna get checked tonight, says Stir Show. What's going on, man? Yes, all righty. What's up, Mark? How are you doing, my friend? We got a game tonight. This is an important one between the Sixers and the Heat. Hey, man, I want to get that 6th seed. I think that's really important. Nikola Jovic is not playing tonight for the Miami Heat. He's the only guy in the injury report for them. Sixers without Janai Broome, and still, of course, without Paul George. Broome dealing with a meniscus tear, and so he is out for tonight for the 76ers. And the starting 5 for each team will start off with the Miami Heat first. Davion Mitchell is the 1. Norman Powell is the 2. Pelle Larsson playing at the small forward position. Andrew Wiggins at the 4. And Bam Adebayo is the center for the Miami Heat. Sixers playing at the Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia, of course. Tyrese Maxey is the point guard for the 76ers. Then it's VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Dominic Barlow, and Joel Embiid as the starting 5 for tonight's Sixers game. Defense is going to have to also be a very important factor, too. I like that answer. But I'm still going to go with rebounding. I think rebounding, though, goes hand in hand with defense. I do. I think that the rebounding tonight needs to be so crisp. But the on-ball defense, look out for that, too. You cannot, again, give up wide-open shots. That's just a no-no. That is an absolute no-no. All right, so Sixers and Heat are now underway. And so it'll be VJ Edgecombe leading things off for the 76ers. Why did I say leading things off? I was trying to do something. Embiid is going to go up against Bam Adebayo for the tip-off here, and the ball is going to go on out of bounds, last touched by the Philadelphia 76, or last touched by the Heat, and it'll be Sixers basketball. All right, so let's get this up and running. Here it is. Here's a three-point shot that's up and no good by the 76ers. Again, the starting lineup for Philadelphia, it's Barlow, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Edgecombe. And as the Heat cannot make a shot, the Sixers are able to get the rebound off of the misfire, too. And down the lane is Joel Embiid. He goes towards the right side of the baseline. The layup is up, and the layup is in by number 21. It's great. Nice start for Joel Embiid. You're going to need him to try to get active in the game, too. What are your final predictions for Joel Embiid in this game? How many points does he have tonight? Maxey is going to foul Andrew Wiggins. And so, it was not in the act of shooting. It was just a common foul on the floor for him. All right. I think that looks good. Yes, I think that we're getting better with this. We are. That's great. All right, 2-0 Philadelphia. Here's a three-point shot by Norman Powell. Great defense by Edgecombe. Again, we talked a lot about that matchup. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. Embiid gets the handoff from Maxey. Embiid puts up a three-point shot, and he bricks it. It hits off the front iron, and the Heat get possession of the ball. Powell looking to kick it out to Bam Adebayo as the Heat go from left to right, and a three by Davion Mitchell is misfired, and Maxey comes up with his miss. So the Sixers have a 2-0 lead. Joel Embiid scored the only bucket. Edgecombe looks to take a three on the other side, and Barlow gets boxed out by Andrew Wiggins, who grabs and snags his first rebound of the game. I'd like to see him try to fight through some more physicality there. Powell gets fouled, but it was on the floor. Referee said it was not in the act of shooting a three. And so that'll stop the clock with 10:24 to go in the first quarter. Predictions for Joel Embiid tonight. How many points does Joel Embiid get? And also let me know how many points you say Tyrese Maxey gets. That was our poll question in the chat. 2-0 Sixers. And so here's a steal off an inbound pass that goes to Oubre, who spins out of the way of Tyler Herro and gets stopped in his tracks by Bam Adebayo. It's Embiid rolling down Broadway, hits the layup, got a little Euro step in there, and there's the second bucket by number 21. Powell in transition, knocks down a three on the left wing, bullseye. A line drive shot, and the Sixers back down, or back only up by one, I should say. Maxey looks to get a pass from VJ Edgecombe, and it's going to be Maxey again who puts up a floater inside, and that is no good. And the Heat again look to get it on the other side. Tyler Herro controlling and distributing the rock. Gives it back to Powell for another three, and that one won't go. Edgecombe off the glass, able to corral his second board of the day. Embiid again on the left wing for a three. Nothing but net for Joel Embiid. He scored all 7 points so far. Let's go. Joel Embiid is on fire to start off this game. He has come to play. Let's go. Nice play. Here we go. Here's a shot again that's up and good. That three was absolute money. It was cash for the Heat, and that'll now make it a 7-6 game. Davion Mitchell able to knock it down. Sixers miss a shot on the other side. Out in transition is Pell Larson. His floater, that one won't go. Sixers rebound. They give it over to Tyrese Maxey on the left wing. Maxey wants a screen from Embiid. He'll get one. But then he hands it off back to Embiid again. Embiid to Maxey from the logo for three. Nothing but net for Tyrese Maxey. And Embiid has contributed to all 10 Sixers points. Maxey with a steal. That was deflected off of Davion Mitchell's hands. Maxey, a three in transition. Yes! And now it's a 13-6 ball game. The Sixers on fire so far. Man, what a team. What an absolute great start by the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey's heating up. Adebayo again over on the left baseline. Looks to take a jab step over Embiid, and Embiid will foul him in the act of shooting. And finally, the clock will stop with 7:58 to go here in quarter number one. Hardcore, thanks so much for hiding that person. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for doing that. Again, folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Tyrese Maxey needs one more three-point field goal to tie Allen Iverson for the most threes in franchise history. He has 884. Iverson has 885. Foul shot number one. That's Bam Adebayo at the line, and it's up and good. All right, chat. Again, so let me know, how many points do you think Joel Embiid is going to have in this game? Comment down below. 13-7, and now it's a 13-8 game as the Heat are able to knock down both foul shots. We played 4 minutes so far in this first quarter. Embiid looks to hand it off to Maxey again. His third three. Too strong that time. Adebayo chases it and corrals it for Miami. Bam goes down the lane and now takes it over towards the baseline. Double team comes. Barlow and Embiid both got a hand on it. Excellent defense by the Sixers. Embiid takes the ball up. The double team comes his way. He'll pass it out of the double team to Barlow in the dunker spot, and it's good. A two-handed jam by Dominic Barlow. The offense just continues to make nice plays, great ball movement, and just a very good job by the 76ers. Here, 32 points for Embiid. That sounds good. Adebayo, a little Euro step inside, count it, and a foul. Bam Adebayo looking to try to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. That's exactly what he will do here. He does have 4 points. He's 1 for 3 shooting-wise from the field. And he'll go to the line for his third free throw attempt. Embiid seems to be in control so far in this game, which is nice to see. 32 points for Embiid. Anybody else have something that they want to say about Joel Embiid's points tonight? Foul shots on the end one by Bam Adebayo, and Oubre is going to corral the rebound and hit off the front of the rim and went foul line left. Maxey on the left side of the wing again. Double team comes, gives it back to Embiid. A catch and shoot three again for Joel. And that was no good. Barlow almost got the rebound there, but Bam Adebayo beat him right to the punch at the foul line. Adebayo now trying to take on Embiid down low on the block. He's in the lane. He puts up a jump shot over Embiid, and that was too easy. He made it look so easy that time. It's Bam Adebayo who is able to hit the mid-range J. Embiid on the other side looking to respond. He's fouled by Bam. Almost got past him. And so a free throw, or 2 free throws that is, coming up for Embiid after the timeout here. Sixers got off to a very good start. Miami is sort of heated up a little bit over these last couple of minutes, but can the Sixers catch fire again? We'll see after the break. We're going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Likes so far. We have 27 of you guys tuning on in. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Sixers have been playing a very good pace and a very good style of basketball so far in this game. The three-pointers by Tyrese Maxey were big. Joel Embiid comes out of the gate scoring the first 7 points for the 76ers. That's good. That's good. Again, would like to see more contributions from other guys as the game does go on, but I would say that this has been a good start, offensively speaking, for the 76ers. So we'll see what ends up happening and what types of adjustments that the Miami Heat are going to make. But can the 76ers, again, just try to outplay them is the question. Carl Steinman, thanks so much for the sub over on YouTube. If you are over on the Twitch side of things, make sure you hit the follow button. Would really appreciate the follows over on Twitter. We just got monetized not too long ago on Twitch. Excuse me, not Twitter. Not Twitter. It's a different platform. You can also follow me on X too. The link tree is posted in the description. It should also be posted as well in the chat. I can actually do that right now. Let's do this. There it is. It should pop on up. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Is that gonna work? Nope. All right, so Embiid is gonna go to the charity stripe, and so there will be 2 free throws for him. First foul shot by Joel. It's nothing but nets, and the Sixers are up by 4. Didn't work. You see how Embiid uses his weight to bully guys? Kofi Cockburn can do the same thing at 285 pounds, 7'2", if the Sixers pick him up. Well, how he uses his weight down low to bully guys. I hear you. Thanks so much, Hardcore. I appreciate it. Second foul shot. That's up, and that's good. Excellent. It's a 5-point lead now for the 76ers. Here comes Herro down over towards the left side of the elbow, and he's going to throw it over the head of Norman Powell. And that's going to go on out of bounds. Oh, man, we got to watch out for these bots tonight. I don't understand what the heck is going on with these bots, but you know what? I guess we're doing something right. We're getting more people to come on here, but watch out for those bots. There's Eric Spoelstra in his 18th season with the Miami Heat. 6:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Sixers up by 5. Embiid gets the ball again over at the foul line extended. Passes it to Maxey, and a 3 by Grimes. It's good, and Embiid gets the hockey assist there. Again, the ball just finds the wide open shooter, and Grimes able to just make it look easy. On the other side, Hawkes fights through a lot of adversity, gets himself an underhanded layup, and he's also fouled by Oubre. And another free throw coming up for the Miami Heat. They really haven't been afraid to bully the Sixers downhill. Not really a lot of contact there from Oubre, just a little slight contact over on the left hand, but not really a blatant call there. Hardcore, you are the man. 2014 Hawkes going to the line for one more free throw, and it's good. So Oubre is now in foul trouble just after 30 seconds. That's his second foul of the game. Grimes, again, is going to lose the basketball. Hawkes gets it. Wiggins lost the ball as he dribbled it off of his right foot, and Maxey will inbound it over to Quentin Grimes' way. Grimes to Embiid again on the low block. Embiid taking on Adebayo. The layup was just a bit too strong. He got past him, just a little bit too strong of a finish. Powell out in transition. Takes it to the cup. Left-handed layup. No. Adebayo on the follow-through. And that's why the Sixers have got to do a good job boxing out and getting rebounds. Grimes turns it over. Tried to loft it inside to Embiid. And the Heat have numbers again. Hawkes with a layup, and he's fouled from behind by VJ Edgecombe. So now the Miami Heat have a little bit of momentum going their way, and the Sixers have got to change the pace of the game. What's up? District Nation is here. What is going on, man? How are you doing? Drop your link down below, my guy. I really appreciate you again for stopping on by here. The other thing I wanted to ask you guys, okay, as Hawkes will go to the line, 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. First foul shot is up and good. Standout play of the game. Do you guys have a play or something that you think is going to happen in this game that's sort of a hot take, like a Tyrese Maxey posterizer or a Joel Embiid clutch 3? Like, what do you think is going to happen that'll be a little bit out of the norm for this game? 20-19, the Heat are on a 7-0 run. Hawkes does knock down both foul shots. 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Sixers up by 1, and there's a foul on the Miami Heat, and it was on the floor. Daver is here. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I'm going to say that my hot take for tonight is that Nick Nurse gets ejected. I think that Nick Nurse is going to get into the ref's ear, and he's just going to get ejected for whatever it is. I get so tired of watching him just yell and scream at the refs because the way that he does it, it's just so annoying. Embiid with a turnaround jump shot. That's up and that's good. 22-19. Sixers up by 3. And that's just what makes Joel special. Powell with the tie, and he can't provide the answer. And so Sixers lead it by 3. They got the rebound. Maxey, ISO, three-pointer, out in transition. Got it! Nothing but net. A flamethrower by Tyrese Maxey. Hardcore's laughing. Dude, I think he's going to get ejected tonight. I just have a feeling that he is. 25-19. I don't know why. Scott Foster's not even there. And alley-oop to Barlow. Ooh, that's something a little bit out of the norm. But who provides the pass? By the way, Tyrese Maxey now is just tied Allen Iverson for most three-point shots in Phillies franchise history. Let's go in Sixers franchise history. 25-19, that was his 885th three-point field goal that he has made in his career. Wiggins at the line, first foul shot, good. Embiid is over on the bench now for the 76ers, and Adembona will step on in. Do we think Bona's going to get like 5 blocks in this game? Wiggins averaging 16 points per game this year. Trendon Watford will also step on in for Quentin Grimes. So Maxey and Edgecombe are still out there. Maxey has 6. Edgecombe has yet to score. Only 1 field goal attempt for him in this game. Wiggins at the charity stripe. Puts up the second foul shot. And he'll knock that one down. All right. 25-21. Sixers up by 2 possessions. Maxey, another three-point shot. No good that time. He's looking to see if he could take over Iverson's record on that play. Just could not do so. Wiggins going down the lane, passes it again to Jaquez. Battles through a lot of adversity there and still hit the layup. There was a lot of contact from Barlow there, and the whistles remain silent. Sixers up by 2. Watford in the paint, trying to go up with a layup inside. That's no good either. And the rebound is made by Khalil Ware, who's the backup center for the Miami Heat. Mitchell in the passing lane, giving it back to Tyler Herro, who tries to bank it up and in, and he's fouled in the act of shooting by Dominic Barlow. The Heat have definitely drawn a lot of fouls. And again, this just comes back to coaching, because this is what makes Eric Spoelstra such a great coach. Okay, he knows that his team is not necessarily a good three-point shooting team, but with the way that they're just able to facilitate the ball, pass it around the timeline, and just be aggressive, I mean, that it really just goes to show how great of a head coach he is. He just comes up with these design plays to just have these guys get contact, you know? 25-24, foul shot number 1 was good by Tyler Herro. Feels like yesterday he was a rookie. 25-24, 3:31 to go in quarter number 1. The second foul shot, that one is good too. Anything else that you guys think is going to happen in this game that's sort of out of the norm? Or something that is a little bit crazy? Campaign comes on in. How about Campaign 4 threes? Maxey over on the left side of the wing conducts the traffic. Xfinity Mobile Arena sign, that's where he's at. Now drives it right through traffic. High arcing layup. Good. Count it. And 1. The initiation of the contact there from Pell Larson. And just the kiss off the window, getting it to go, number 0. And he'll try to give the 76ers another point at the line. All right, there we go. That was an awesome shot, too. The free throw by Maxey.
Excellent.
20-25. Sixers got to play defense. Ware swings the hot potato around the timeline. Herro with the ball. Dribbles with the right hand. Gives it back to Ware, who thought about taking the 3 on the corner. Takes it back to the baseline and tries to have a little circus shot off the window. Couldn't get it. The Sixers played really good defense. That was Adembona. Just a ridiculous shot there by Ware. I don't know what he was thinking. Maxey again went into ISO against Pell Larson. And he goes back to the foul line. A spin around, turn around, foul line jumper. No. And Bona and Watford nearly lost the rebound. They tried to hug at the ball. And luckily enough, the Sixers were still able to get it. Maxey tries to get the ball, but it's thrown away. It was a bounce pass that was thrown by Trendon Watford and intercepted by the Heat. Again, it's Herro out in transition. His Euro step, his floater, got it with the left hand. And the Sixers only up by 1. The Heat are 8 for 17 from the field in this game. The Sixers, well, they're 5 for 10 from 3. And now make it 5 for 11 as Campaign misfires a tray from the left wing. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Sixers got to play defense. Again, it's Herro at the left side of the elbow, going up with a floater again. And more fouls initiated by the Miami Heat. They are now in the bonus. Jabari Walker is guilty for committing the foul on Tyler Herro. And the clock will stop at 1:56. BW is here. What is going on, BW? How are you doing, my friend? Congratulations on the win this afternoon. All right, 28-27. Sixers have burned a timeout, and there will be another timeout taken with 1:56 left to go. Sixers trying to keep on to this lead as they end the first quarter. See if they can do that. Paul Hudrick just said this, and I think that this is interesting. And again, please make sure that you go subscribe to BW. He does an awesome job with the Orioles play-by-plays. BW, again, you're one of the best on here for sure. Please make sure that you comment your link down below. I'm chilling like Bob Dylan, but you're not a villain. That's good. The Sixers' biggest issues, according to Paul Hudrick, and I think he's right about this, the Sixers' biggest issues tonight, quote, have been fouling and matching up in transition. Too many times they've gotten caught in a bad matchup, which has led to a foul. And I couldn't agree more with that take. And again, big shout out to Paul Hudrick. You should go follow him on X. He's a writer for Liberty Ballers. He does an awesome job. He was also on 97.3 ESPN. But yes, I definitely agree with that. The Sixers have not necessarily been a good transition defense type of a team, especially when Paul George is not playing. And again, we know that Paul George is out for at least the next almost a month. I think he comes back the 20th. Can somebody actually let me know when Paul George is coming back? I believe it is like March 20th, March 21st or something like that. But if somebody could let me know in the chat, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, the Sixers defense just has not been good at in transition. Not really a surprise there. This is why I kind of wanted the 76ers at the deadline to go after a wing type of a player. They needed somebody that could just be versatile, somebody that could be a dog, someone that showed athleticism. And I really wanted them to get Saddiq Bey. I thought that he would have been such a great fit for them at the deadline. He's a very good defensive player. He's cheap. He's a good three-point shooter. You see how he does against the Sixers. I mean, he destroys us, but that is not the only reason why. But he's just a very good player. He fits right on into the schemes that they try to run. Maxey tied for fourth in the NBA in points per game. I don't like how Payne shoots the ball, says Lawrence. I remember, I mean, this is sort of how he's been throughout his career. March 25th. Okay, thank you so much. I was going to say, that has to be like the 21st, like the 22nd, something like that. It is the 25th. You're the best. You are the best. 28-27, and now it's a tie game. Tyler Herro is the one who makes the first foul shot. Tyler is 5 points now. Drawing a lot of contact, though. And the Heat look to get their first lead of the game. They will not be able to do so as Trendon Watford hugs the ball. The foul shot was short. It bounced off towards the left side as well. And so it's a tie game. Maxey at the top of the perimeter again. Swings it to Watford. Watford to Maxey. Wide open three. Straight on. Another one for Tyrese Maxey. And that's the record. Tyrese Maxey now has the most three-pointers made in Sixers franchise history. Let's go, Tyrese. That was awesome. 31-28, a foul drawn by Jaime Jaquez, the second again. So there's the franchise record. Excellent job for Reese. And he gets a standing ovation from the Philly faithful. Let's go. Always love to see history in the making, and that's what Tyrese Maxey just did. 1:21 to go in quarter number one. Remember when Robert Covington was coming after that record? He said that he came back here, and somebody asked him, I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Sixers Adam. Somebody was like, did you just come back here just to break the record for threes? And he sort of laughed last year. 31-29. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. That's the franchise record. Just said. That's the most threes in Sixers history. Maxey, he's going to go with another one, and that one is good. Let's go. Tyrese Maxey putting on a clinic here in quarter number 1. That's now 18 points for number 0. He has just been a monster in this game. 34-32, the layup is up, and that is good as well. 45 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Maxey at the logo. All eyes on him. Wants to ISO again. Steps back. Thought about taking the 3. Gives it over to Payne. Now Payne back to Maxey. Maxey off balance. 2-point shot. He's fouled. And 6 seconds were left on the shot clock. That'll stop the clock with 33 and 4/10 of a second left to go. This guy just has the Midas touch, and how can they just leave him wide open now? Can't. You can't leave him wide open. What is the season record for most threes? I think Maxey also has that too. Or is it Kyle Korver? 34-32. Free throw number 1 by Tyrese Maxey. Got it up and in. MVP! Let's go. 19 points for Tyrese Maxey in the first quarter. And there is number 20.
Excellent.
28 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. It's Walker playing defense over Jaquez. They swing it back to the top of the key. Kel'el Ware gets it. Herro gets a lot of wide open space. Makes the 3. Maxey put his hands up in the air. That was terrible defense by him, and he's just said, whatever. 36-35, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. He's been terrific, though, in this first quarter. Maxey again takes it towards the left side, breaks a player's ankles, puts up another 3. It's airballed. And taking it away is a Heat player. That's Kel'el Ware, and he puts up a prayer, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. Tyrese Maxey explodes and puts up 20 of the 36 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. Also just passed Allen Iverson for most three-point field goals made in franchise history. And so we go to a break. It'll be quarter number 2 in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. What's going on, chat? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We have 8,307 subscribers over on YouTube. We just passed the 8,300 marker tonight, and I really appreciate that. 34 of you are in here, and the last time that I checked, I believe that we have 19 likes. So that means that 14 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. It is free. Now make it 13 of you. Who's keeping track, though? I am. But yes, hopefully you're all doing well. Tyrese Maxey, he's doing pretty well tonight. He has 20 points, 20 likes, and 20 points in the first quarter. Not too shabby. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's pretty good. Larson, Jaquez, Ware, Herro, and Yakuchunis are out there for the Miami Heat. And the Sixers, they have Barlow, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Edgecombe as their 5 players. Embiid draws contact down low, gets fouled on the baseline, and the Sixers will have Joel go to the line. Tyrese Maxey, oh my goodness, 20 points already. What in the world? That's crazy. Yeah, he's pretty good at basketball. He's a pretty good player, I would say. Where does Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe rank as backcourts in the NBA? Would you put them as a top 5 backcourt duo? Embiid at the line. First foul shot. No can do. That was off. Embiid is stretching that right shoulder. He's been doing that for a couple of seconds. Where does Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe rank amongst backcourt duos? Are they a top 5 backcourt duo in the NBA? The foul shot by Joel, the second one, it's a charm.
Excellent.
Jaquez gets the ball, but then he fumbles it, and Payne is the one who comes up with the steal. Edgecombe to Oubre down the lane, and Oubre is in the dunker spot, and he's able to lay it up and in. Sixers have provided 3 points so far here in quarter number 2, able to capitalize off of a bad Heat turnover. It's Adebayo again, drawing contact, goes up with a teardrop, and he's fouled by Trendon Watford, got pushed again on the left hand. And so we've only played 55 seconds in this second quarter, and the game is 39-35. I think that they're top 5, says Colton Burgee. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I think that Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe have to be a top 5 backcourt in the NBA. Name me better ones. 39-36. Embiid needs an injury so he doesn't have to play a nationally televised game against Wemby. 39-37. 11:05 left to go in the second quarter. Love the sarcasm. Campaign is going to distribute it back over to Trendon Watford over towards the left side. There's a bounce pass that goes over to Oubre. His three-point shot, he misfires it. I hear you, though, man. It's frustrating when you don't get to see Embiid play against like the top-tier talent. Again, Edgecombe looking to lob it over to Embiid, and the throw is just a little bit too strong. Edgecombe actually somehow, someway got it back as the pass hit off the side of the backboard. Embiid gets it again on the low block, and the layup is good by number 21. Joel Embiid, well, he scored the first 7 points for Philadelphia, and he's been pretty good ever since then. So now he has a total of 14 points. 41-37. And here we go. It's Adebayo delivering it over towards Yakuchonis' way. Now it's back to Tyler Herro. He misfires another 3. Grabs his own offensive rebound. Payne was right there and just could not take it. And somehow the rebound was at the 3-point line. Oh, gosh. 41-39 as Larson able to buzz his way down Broadway and make it back to a 2-point game. The Sixers have given up a lot of points in the paint. We'll get you exactly how many in about a few seconds or so. Payne, wide open 3. That is way, way, way too strong, but Watford is there to secure it, and he gets the layup to go just at the right spot at the right time. Trendon Watford, that is. That's Herro again from downtown. That time it's no good. Watford finds Edgecombe, and Edgecombe takes it to the cup. It was a home run pass by Watford. He's able to do a lot of those. He's made some incredible home run passes this season and throughout his career, and that's just another one of those types of plays. It's Jaquez spinning, turning, getting Oubre on a pump fake, and he hits the turnaround J from about 5 feet or so. And the lead is back to 4 for Philadelphia. Jaime Jaquez Jr. with now 8 points, and that's his second field goal make of the day. 8:52 left to go here in quarter number 2. Embiid with the binoculars as he finds Edgecombe. They swing it around the timeline again. The ball finds Joel. Double team comes. Who's he going to pass it to? It'll be Oubre, who takes about 5 dribbles in the lane. The first attempt at a layup is no good. The second attempt is good. And the 76ers active on the glass finally. And so it's still a 2-possession ball game. Great effort by Oubre. And the Sixers are just doing a good job with the effort on the glass. Edgecombe again gets himself another rebound. That's his 3rd of the game. Tries to go coast to coast. And I believe that we're going to have a blocking foul called as Edgecombe hits the layup. And he'll head to the line again for another and one opportunity. Let's go! This is what I'm talking about. The physicality that they are playing right now, it's great. It was Adebayo who just took a bullet from VJ Edgecombe, but he didn't have his feet set. And Edgecombe is fouled. VJ over his last 4 games averaging 20.3 points per game. He is shooting 50% from downtown and 48% from the field. So he's shooting better from 3 than he is from the field. That's crazy. 50% from 3 and 48% from the field. That's a ridiculous stat. The foul shot by VJ Edgecombe, and he rattles it home.
Excellent.
He now has 5 points in this game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Another floater down the lane by Jaquez. No, and the tip back by Khalil Ware is good. And so it's now 50-43. The Sixers starters are hot. Yeah, that's why I don't even have a sweater on. That's a bad joke, sorry. Dad joke there, I had to. Joel Embiid again at the foul line extended. Good footwork by him. Foul line jumper, too easy. And he also had a hand in his face, too. But he just got to his sweet spot. Adebayo looks to go up with a floater over Embiid. Great defense by Joel. He timed that thing perfectly. He was in the lane, too. A little Euro step by Joel. He thought he was fouled. Whistles remain silent. And Adebayo catches his miss. He was right there, too, in the dunker spot. Herro, floater, Herro, in. And it's 52-45. 7:05 remaining in quarter number 2. The Sixers started off hot in the second quarter, and now the Miami Heat able to go on a little run themselves. And with that, we have a timeout taken. A 7-point lead by the 76ers with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they'll be back in just a few. So as I was getting back to my train of thought here, the Philadelphia 76ers in this game are shooting 44% from downtown. You'll take that. They're 7 for 16 shooting-wise from 3. But both teams are active on the glass. They have 17 rebounds each. Each of them have 3 offensive boards, 14 defensive rebounds. The only bad thing for the Heat, for their sake, is their turnovers. That's why the Sixers have the lead. They have 6 turnovers. The Sixers have only had 3 so far in this game. Oh, man. Largest lead of the game for the Sixers was at 9. The Sixers starters are hot. Yes, they are. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Let me know what you guys think about this game down below. What has stood out to you besides Tyrese Maxey's performance? How do you guys think that the 76ers have done so far in this game? Tell you what, the second quarter I've been very impressed with the pace of play that they have played with. That VJ Edgecombe shot that he just hit down the lane with Adebayo playing defense on him. Adebayo thought that maybe he was going to get called for a charge. It ended up not being the case, but that was just a nice play by VJ. Again, a guy that's taller than you, a guy that's bigger than you. You're a rookie, and you're able to finish like that against a very good defensive center. It's good stuff. Just want to see more. There is bad news, though. There's bad news. Joel Embiid is going back to the locker room. He's going back to the locker room. According to Paul Hudrick, he continued to grab his ribs. And he is back in the locker room right now. So just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Hate to be that guy. Darn, everything was going so well, too. Hopefully he'll return. Hopefully he's okay. But, gosh, it's always something, man. Always something. Come on, man. Rib injury for Embiid, and he's in the locker room. You've got to be kidding me. 52-45. Tyrese Maxey just set the all-time three-point field goal record for the Philadelphia 76ers. He passed Allen Iverson, who had 897 career threes. So Embiid is back in the locker room. Just wanted to mention that. Oubre is going to inbound it to VJ Edgecombe. And so Edgecombe gives it back to Jabari Walker for an open tray. And he couldn't get it to go. It was a little bit strong. Congratulations again to Tyrese Maxey for breaking that record. Mitchell, top of the perimeter, looking to get past Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey plays good D on him over on the baseline. And they'll give it back to Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's off-balance jump shot won't go. And that'll stop the clock with 6:38 left in the first half. Embiid ended up going back to the locker room, dealing with a rib injury. He was grabbing onto it for a little bit of time. So they're checking up on him, and we'll have a status as to whether or not he will return, hopefully, in a little bit. Got to keep our eyes on that. 52-45. Adebayo at the charity stripe. Can't hit the first free throw. That was way too strong. Good man-to-man defense tonight for the 76ers. Adebayo's second foul shot, that's no good. Maxey and Embiid have combined to score 36 of the 52 points for Philadelphia. Maxey and the Sixers get called for a turnover. It was a Dembona who just set an illegal pick. Don't want to give the Heat any sort of momentum. They're showing a replay of possibly when Embiid got hit in the rib cage. Remember when he tried to go up with those two free throws, I said that he was stretching a little bit. I thought maybe it was a shoulder thing because he was stretching his shoulders. That was really his rib cage. Khalil Ware just misfired a three. Maxey got his miss. It's Edgecombe again going down Broadway. He's just too quick. He's too quick. He's too fast. He is Speedy Gonzalez. 54-45. And another and one opportunity. Or is it a timeout? It's a timeout. The Sixers are up by 9 points. Eric Spoelstra wants to rally the troops. And that's what he'll do. And we'll take another quick step off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Philadelphia 76ers have been playing a very good, hard-fought, physical basketball game so far. They do lead it by 9 points, 54-45. The bad news is that Embiid did go back to the locker room. However, the good news now is that he's out of the locker room, and he is back on the Sixers bench. He was dealing with a rib cage injury, so that was just reported over on Twitter. I didn't want to see it, but I do trust Twitter in that sense. 54-45, Sixers up by 9. There's Edgecombe with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists so far in this game. He is shooting 75% from the field so far tonight. And it's been the Tyrese Maxey show. I mean, in the first quarter, it most certainly was. He had 20 points in the first quarter. Still has 20. Powell looks to give it back over to Ware. They play a little game of catch, and Powell takes it down towards the baseline. Lost the ball, tries to save it from going out of bounds, and Maxey intercepts it. And the Sixers have numbers on the other side. Oubre, Grimes, wide open 3 on the left wing. That's too strong. He grabs his own miss, and it's Maxey who comes up again with the basketball. Grimes got the rebound. Maxey now has it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's Maxey on the left wing. Now takes it over towards the foul line. Zips it over to Edgecombe. 1 second left. Edgecombe, corner 3. Got it! Oh, what a shot by VJ! Right off the dribble. Time was expiring, and Edgecombe fires up a flamethrower. Oh, that was ridiculous. 57-45. Another 2 by Miami, and that is up and in. A line drive laser that's good to make it back to a 10-point game. Edgecombe again, another tray. He's human, and he won't be able to hit it that time. 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Well, just what a ridiculous 3 that he knocked down. Go back and watch those highlights if you can from that 3 that he made. Grimes gets a steal. Another turnover by the Heat. That's their 10th of the game. It's Maxey and alley-oop pass to Edgecombe, and the chemistry works between the two backcourt guards. 59-47, and another timeout taken by Spoelstra. This crowd explodes. Let's go. Fire me up. Dude, that was sick. That alley-oop pass and that jam by VJ, baby. What a night so far. There was my alley-oop, but it was the wrong guy, says Hardcore. Hardcore was incorrect. So far. That was a nice alley-oop, though. That was explosive. VJ Max, man. VJ Max. That was electric. That was sick. Edgecombe is definitely winning Rookie of the Year. Dude, he's not, but I really hope he does. He deserves it, man. He really does. The defense that he plays, the grit, the swag. How can you not like this guy? 59-47, the game back in action, and the Heat again have the ball. Wiggins, Adebayo, Mitchell, Larson, and Herro are the 5 for Miami. They can hit another 3. That was Tyler Herro misfiring the shot, and the Sixers get the rebound again. They've had the answers off the glass in this second quarter and have just out-rebounded the Miami Heat. It's, again, Tyrese Maxey at the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He has to get going. Hero's playing defense on him. He'll pass it over to Oubre. Kelly Oubre goes down the lane, got the ball lost, and it's swatted away. Last touched by the Philadelphia 76ers. It went off of Oubre's left knee. Great defense by Davion Mitchell, and Mitchell will be the one to inbound the rock here. Adebayo does have 10 points. He also has 8 rebounds as well. Barlow will also take a seat, and there's Joel Embiid coming back into the game. He was in the locker room dealing with a rib injury, but he's back in action, and that is the good news. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 2. It's Adebayo again, who gets it over at the 76ers sign on the baseline. He'll check it. He'll give it back towards the left side of the elbow. And the pass around the timeline and the floater by Herro is up and out. Maxey over to Embiid. A jump shot for Joel from the left elbow. And that was just a little bit off towards the right side. 3:35 left to play in the first half. Adebayo trying to take on Embiid, who will win this battle. Adebayo tries to get the rebound. Embiid stands his ground, and it's again Grimes who gets the rebound. Grimes trying to go coast to coast with a layup. No, the follow through by Oubre. Yes! And the lead is back to 14 for Philadelphia. Again, they're doing a great job on the glass. Maxey got beaten up by Davion Mitchell, and luckily enough, Davion Mitchell just missed the left-handed floater. And again, it's Embiid active on the glass. That is only his second rebound. Embiid to Maxey, another three. And it just went out at the last second, but Edgecombe gets the rebound. And Oubre again with the follow-through. It's up and it's good. The Philadelphia 76ers have provided 63 points in this first half and are just absolutely killing the Heat off the glass. There's a three that's made by Davion Mitchell, and the lead goes back down to a baker's dozen, 63-50. Maxey hands it off to Oubre again. Oubre attacking. Oubre trying to finish. He's fouled in the act of shooting. Got hit right on the left elbow, and he'll head back to the line with exactly 2:30 left to go. Nice. Look at that. Again, VJ Edgecombe just understands where to be at the right time. As Maxey missed the three, it was a little bit short. Nobody else was there for the Miami Heat except for him. And again, it was Oubre who was right behind him. He just handed it off right to him. And the follow-through was up and good. 64-50 with 2.5 minutes left to go in this first half. Kelly with 4, 4, and 1. That's 9 points and 7 rebounds, but 4 in this quarter alone. All right, here we go. So the foul shot is good, and so it's now 65-50. Forgetting I got to update that. Here's a step-back three-point shot. That's good. That was Bam Adebayo. He has a step back in his bag of tricks. Didn't even know that he had that in him. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left remaining in this first half. Oubre nearly got the ball stolen. He was looking for a foul call there. Grimes puts up a three on the left wing. No can do. Just a little bit short. Adebayo rebound. Outlet pass that goes over towards Jaquez's way. It's Mitchell again on the corner, taking it over towards the lane, handed it off, but to the wrong guy. It's Kelly Oubre who comes back up with it. Oubre got tripped up, though. Grimes tries to get it back. He does, and he just handed it on over to Jaquez. He was trying to get the handoff, and then it deflected right off of him, and he had to go running for the ball. And on the attack again is Bam Adebayo. He just made a dunk, and he'll have an and one opportunity, getting fouled by Dominic Barlow. Barlow has just been a minus in the starting lineup for the 76ers. Got to call it like it is. He has really not been able to provide a lot of rebounding off the glass, and he's getting beaten down low by Bam Adebayo. Not saying that that's an easy assignment, but Bam does have a double-double in this first half already. 15 points, 10 rebounds. He's 5 for 10 shooting-wise from the field. The good news, though, is that the Sixers have provided 26 rebounds in this game. Adebayo has provided 10 of the 21. The and one by Bam. It's foul line left, but it trickles on in at the last second. 4 fouls for Philadelphia, 3 for Miami, and Maxey, all eyes on him again. Embiid gets the rock, and he's fouled. Now fouled by a Heat player. And that'll stop the clock with exactly 1:23 to go. Didn't even realize that Edgecombe actually blocked Tyler Herro's shot. Joel at the charity stripe. They were showing a replay of that. That was from a couple of minutes ago. He has 16 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists as well. His first foul shot is nothing but net. and that'll give him now 17 points. Joel this month shooting 91% from the line. In January, he shot 85.5%. And in December, he was shooting 87% from the line. Here's free throw number 2 by Embiid. It's good. It was a 3-point opportunity. Forgot to mention that. So he'll stick to the line for one more. Love to see the stars going off for Philadelphia. That's what's been provided so far. Embiid trying to go 3 for 3, and he does.
Excellent.
A hat trick of threes that trip around for Joel. Number 21 gets it done. 68-56 with 1:13 left to go in the first half. Larson looking for contact against Maxey. He gets it. And Pell has to go to the line. And that is going to put the Heat in the bonus. Going into halftime up 10 points is really needed, the way that the 76ers have been playing, says Mark. Yeah, it's not even just that, but they're also, 68 points is not something to sneeze at for a first half against this Miami Heat team, who the Sixers, for some reason, they just get lured or just magnetized, or hypnotized by Eric Spoelstra. Foul shots, number 1, out it goes. A little bit strong there. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, chat. And again, thank you all so much for being on here. Let me know what you guys think about this game so far. We have a nice halftime show coming on up. Larson does go 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And so it's back to an 11-point ball game, 68-57. It's Maxey on the left wing at the Xfinity Mobile sign. He has to pass it, gives it over to Grimes. Grimes back to Maxey. They have a little two-man game going on. Now Embiid says, give me the rock, and Embiid is going to get fouled. Able to just lure another defensive player. That was Larson, who just reached on in at the last second. And the Sixers are now in the bonus. 50.2 seconds to go, and Joel Embiid will slow the game down again. Tonight in the NBA, other scores that are going on around the landscape. The Charlotte Hornets are up 67-46 against the Indiana Pacers at halftime. Lonzo Ball, or LaMelo Ball, has 14 points and 6 assists. Embiid has made his last 4 free throws in a row in these last 20 seconds. He's looking to make his last 5 in a row now. Hawks are up 45-32 against the Washington Wizards. Just played against them a night ago, or 2 nights ago. Joel Embiid with another free throw. Automatic. It's good.
Excellent.
43 seconds left to play in the first half. Hawkes looking to swing it outside. A wide open 3 from 26 feet. Just a little bit strong. That was Andrew Wiggins, who couldn't hit the 3. Maxey, ISO, thought about taking the 3 again, gives it over to Embiid. Embiid's catch and shoot trifecta. That's way too strong. Watford gets the rebound. Back over to Maxey. One more to Grimes. A corner 3. Bang! Excellent play off the glass again by Watford. This is what happens when you get a little bit of extra life and they're able to find another wide open shooter. 13 seconds left in this first half. The shot clock's unplugged. It's 73-57. All eyes on Tyler Herro, looking to ISO against Quentin Grimes again. Takes it towards the left side of the elbow. Now back over to Mitchell. And we have a whistle called. It's a it's a travel violation called on the Miami Heat. And the Sixers have a chance to go up with a prayer and maybe even just get a nice look. What a sequence that was by the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. So who will be the one to inbound it here? Watford is going to come on out of the game right now. We'll see what Nick Nurse decides to do. Barlow, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Grimes. All right, here's Edgecombe passing it over to Maxey. Maxey at the three-quarters court shot. He puts it up. He can't put it on in. He tried to actually hit a 3 from the Xfinity Mobile sign. I don't even know if it would have counted anyways, but regardless, the Sixers are up by 16 points. How about 73 points in the first half against the Miami Heat? That was awesome. Great first half by the 76ers. Embiid has 21 points. He has 3 rebounds. He has 2 assists. And Tyrese Maxey, 20 points for him. 7 assists as well. Edgecombe is playing very well. A lot of good things to talk about. A lot of good things to talk about. Yeah, the Phillies did play earlier today. We covered it. The Phillies did win. Yes, they did. All right. So we have a halftime show. We're going to break everything down. We're going to talk about it. But I just got to say, that 3 by Grimes was awesome. The rebound by Trendon Watford was great. But yeah, great stuff in that first half. That is probably their best first half that they've played in quite some time. And I'm not exaggerating there, because the offense looked great. The defense stepped up and did its job when it had to in that second quarter. What I really loved and what I emphasized from the very beginning is that the Sixers were going to have to do a good job on the glass. Now, Adebayo has gotten his rebounds, but this team has been there and they've been boxing out. You also saw a couple of times where none of the Heat players were near the ball, and there was always a Sixers player that was getting involved in the action. And those are the types of things that catch my eye. Those are the things that I want to see. And if you're going to beat this Miami Heat team, that's the type of level of physicality that you have to bring against a team like the Miami Heat. So we'll have a little halftime show. Give me just 1 minute, maybe 2, just for me to catch my breath, and then we'll talk more about that first half, because I want to hear from you. You've been a little bit quiet in the chat tonight. I really want to hear from you, and I want to know what impressed you the most from that first half. All right? We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. To the Philadelphia 76ers halftime show here on Play by Play with JJ. The Philadelphia 76ers have outscored the Miami Heat 73-57 in the first half, and they go into the locker room with a 16-point lead. A lot of stuff to break down, a lot of stuff to talk about, and obviously thing number one needs to be Tyrese Maxey, because while Joel Embiid came out tonight and set the tone by scoring the first 7 points of this game, Tyrese Maxey looked like that the best way that I can describe it, it's like somebody stole his toy or somebody stole something from him, and he is just trying to, I don't know, fight through that and be able to make a statement saying, give me my toy back, or give me my thing back. He has that killer mentality tonight. And when Tyrese Maxey has that Mamba, that killer mentality type of swag to him, I think that brings another level of an edge to this 76ers team. There have been times over the last couple of games where I haven't necessarily seen that, and we've been sort of talking about how Tyrese Maxey looks tired out there. Tonight, it's been the exact opposite. This guy is exploding. This guy is finding ways to get set free. And with the way that he was just shooting the rock in the first quarter, he looked like he was Damian Lillard in disguise out there. And that's a big compliment to Tyrese Maxey. We've seen him hit deep logo threes, but with the pace that he's doing that tonight, how can you stop him when he is just cashing in those shots? Cash, cash, cash. It's just so unguardable. He had a couple of times tonight, too, with his ball handling skills where he did break a defensive player's ankles. And he's really gifted as that. We don't necessarily fully talk about his ball handling capabilities, but he's one of the best ball handlers in all of basketball. He's up there with the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders. He's up there with all the best guards in the NBA. He really is. Kyrie Irving and all those types of players. Steph Curry, too. So got to give it up to Tyrese Maxey tonight because he has been sensational. His facilitating has also been really strong in this game as well. VJ Edgecombe comes on into the second quarter, has this ridiculous three that he hits with the shot clock expiring, getting over towards that left corner, and he just ISOs, and it's nothing but net. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, and this might be a hot take here. I'm now at the point where if my team is down and I want somebody to take the last shots, I want VJ Edgecombe to do it. I want VJ Edgecombe to take the last shot. Whether it's a quarter, whether it's down the stretch of a game, he is just clutch. And we're talking about a rookie. How many times have we seen this guy just make big plays in crunch time? It's not a fluke anymore. I just feel like with all the explosive shots that he hits, it's like fireworks go off. I trust him as the closer. And it's no disrespect to Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, because they're great down the stretch, and they can close out games too. We've seen that throughout their careers, but VJ Edgecombe is just such a dog. I don't know how else to describe it. People talked about how much they wanted him to get better shooting-wise from three. And year one, he's been good. And not just good, but when the game is on the line, when there's a big play or a big shot that has to be made, he makes the big shots. We saw it in the first game against Boston. We've seen it time and time again. One of my favorite moments of the year is when Edgecombe made the game-winning layup against the Golden State Warriors. He also had like 2 clutch steals within the minute that was left to go, and a couple of deflections as well. And he made the game winner right there. I mean, like, this guy on both sides of the ball, he just plays with grit, tenacity, and ferociousness. He puts that scare, that fear in other players' eyes, and I love it. I love it. But I got to be honest, I really want him taking the final shots. It's been great. He's been so good at that this year. Tyrese Maxey, congratulations to him, too, for passing Allen Iverson for most three-pointers made in Sixers franchise history. Just another record broken by this guy. Enjoy it. Enjoy watching him in the prime of his career. You can't take him for granted. He's fun to watch. And what he's doing is just ridiculous. Something else I wanted to talk about in regards to this game is just the amount of times that the 76ers have had those extra rebounds. Trendon Watford off the bench has been a big spark plug for them. He's a plus 10. He has 6 boards. And he's also facilitating the ball very well, too. 3 of those rebounds that he's had were offensive boards. And that one rebound that he had, which led to a Quentin Grimes 3 towards the end of that first half, was a heck of a sequence of events. But that's this game here. The Sixers are out rebounding the Heat. They're playing physical, and they're outdoing them. And so, chat, that leads me to my next question, and that is this. What did the 76ers need to do in the third quarter here, coming out of the gates? What do you think the Philadelphia 76ers need to do coming out of the third quarter? You got to be ready. This Heat team is going to make adjustments. Great first half. You still got a full half to go. Got to get the job done. You built yourself a good enough lead. You don't necessarily have to win the third quarter. I would love it if they did, of course. But to me, this quarter is about passing and lack of turnovers. It's about just making the right plays and not having to rely as much on the isolation. That's really what I want in this third quarter. Sure, would it be great if they continue to do a great job on the rebounding battle? Yes. I'd love that too. But they look very disciplined out there. Their transition defense was atrocious in the first quarter. In the second quarter, they cleaned that up. Need to see more of that in the second half. Guard those passing lanes. Take care of the ball. Make nice, crisp passes. And just play your style. Those would be my words for the 76ers going into the third quarter. And the third quarter should be ready to come underway. Dallas is here. What's up, Dallas? How you doing? How did Maxey break it so fast? Well, I guess they shoot a lot now these days. Yeah, I think that Tyrese Maxey, too. The other thing about it is that, you know, he's been in the league. This is what, now, year 6? This is year 6 for Tyrese Maxey. That's the other thing that's really impressive when you think about it, because when did he become a starter? Like 4 years ago, 3 years ago? That's insane when you think about it. But also think about it like this. The 76ers in their franchise, how many three-point shooters, good three-point shooters, have they had? J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver. I'd say Allen Iverson was a good three-point shooter. Who else was a really good three-point shooter? They haven't really had as many efficient three-point shooters. And Maxey is pretty efficient. He takes a higher volume amount of threes now. But he has to. Got to kick the Heat in the shins, says Hardcore. I just want them to take care of the basketball. I don't want them to play cute. I don't want them to get careless. I want them to play with purpose. I want there to be calm plays and also aggressive as well. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? to see you on here. 10-0 run would be very sweet. Yeah. Fire out of the gates would be great. Drop those fires in the chat, man. Excellent first half. Continue to dominate here in half number 2. Okay, continue to muscle them up and fly. That sounds great. All right, speaking of fly, we're ready to fly through the third quarter right now. Sixers got to play defense as the Heat have the ball first. Sixers won the opening tip-off, and the Heat are able to respond first. It's Andrew Wiggins hitting a turnaround baby floater in the paint. And so the Heat are able to get the first 2 points of the second half of this game. Maxey over on the corner, takes it inside the three-point line, puts up a long 2, and it rattles out at the last second. Adebayo, Wiggins, Mitchell, Larson, and Herro are the 5 for the Heat. The Sixers have Barlow, Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, and Grimes. The Heat couldn't make a bucket, and the Sixers are able to come up with another rebound. Seen a lot of action from Adebayo in this game off the glass, but he's been the only one for the Miami Heat that's been able to do anything. Embiid with another foul line extended jump shot. It goes in and out, and the Heat have it again. Herro's double-teamed, swings it to Adebayo at the top of the key, and Adebayo gets it back from Larson, or Mitchell that is. Embiid trying to play good defense against Bam Adebayo. It was not bad defense, but just better offense by Bam. Good footwork by him. Got him on a little Euro step and hit the nice little layup and got it to rattle on around the world and go down the drain. Maxey to Kelly Oubre, takes a couple of jab steps and now drives it down the lane, spins around, nearly lost the ball. The turnaround floater is short, and Herro plays it on a bounce and comes back up with it for Miami. He's guarded by Barlow. Herro against Barlow. Who will win this battle? Herro throws it away. Supposed to go to Adebayo. Intercepted by Embiid. Embiid with a pass to Maxey. Almost a little bit wide. Maxey to Edgecombe. A three-point shot. And that's no good. Offensive rebound again by Oubre. Gets it blocked from Tyler Herro. And we have a foul called on Pelle Larsson with 9:53 left in this third quarter. Dexter's here. What is going on, Dexter? There we go. Love the active chats. Tony Harris. Talking about Tobias Harris. Andrew Toney. There we go. Andrew Toney. Yeah, he's a good three-point shooter. Tobias Harris. I would not say that Tobias Harris was a good three-point shooter. 73-61. Here's an elbow jump shot. And again, too strong. Too much mustard on that one. And the Sixers have it again. Maxey to Embiid. A catch and shoot three. Too strong once again for Joel. Gosh, his three-point shooting this year has just not been good. Embiid trying to play defense over Andrew Wiggins, who will zip it towards the exterior of the circle. Gives it back to Bam Adebayo. And again, it's Herro off balance, taking the three-pointer. And it buzzes around the rim and goes into the hands of Joel Embiid. Maxey picks up the speed, puts it up, in and out it goes. It went halfway in. He was off balance. He had a nice angle for that layup, and it still missed. Embiid catches the miss off of a missed layup by Herro, and it's Maxey with a transition three again. No good. Rebounded by the Heat, and Edgecombe pushes Kel'el Ware out of bounds. 16 points for Adebayo. He has a double-double, or he had a double-double in the first half. Joel is shooting 50% from the field. Tyrese Maxey 5 for 11 from downtown. And combined, they have 41 of the 73 points for Philadelphia. Another three by Pelle Larsson, and that will go down the drain from the top of the key. Big-time bucket for Pelle Larsson, and that cuts it to a single-digit lead. They need the Sixers to step up here. So far, it's a 7-0 run. Maxey gets a screen set by Embiid. Joel trying to get it down low off the miss by Maxey, and he does. And he's able to put it back up and in. Not an easy play for the big fella to just get past the trees on the offensive glass, but he does. 75-64. Edgecombe stands his ground against Larson. That was a tough turnaround floater. Embiid gets it. Finds Dominic Barlow in the post. And that was an excellent read by Joel. Barlow able to lay it up and in. And the lead goes up to 13 points. Sixers have a little bit of momentum. Herro off the catch and shoot for three. No. Wiggins grabs the miss. And the Heat will reset it with Bam Adebayo. Mismatch coming. Maxey doubles him and leaves Herro wide open. And the three-pointer is up and in from the top of the key. Again, they double team Bam Adebayo. And the three-point shot, the open three, makes them pay. Here's Tyrese Maxey again trying to give it back to Embiid. And Embiid just missed it. I mean, it was right to him. It was a bounce pass. And Embiid just could not hang on to it. I think it actually went through his hands. So it's 77-67. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. Adebayo with a catch and shoot three. He hits it wide open. And Nick Nurse will take a timeout. It's a 13-4 start for the Miami Heat. And you got to grab onto your seatbelts. Still a lot of time left to go, but the Miami Heat have provided an answer. 13-4 run out of the gates. We'll be right back. It's okay to dream, but just imagine, says old Maisie 55, a team like this in their prime. Dr. J, Chuck, AI, Embiid, Maxey, VJ, Oubre, Grimes, and Drummond. You know what? That team would be phenomenal. I would replace Drummond and put Mutombo in there. But, hey, if you give me prime Andre Drummond, it's not bad either. It's a solid team. It is. I can't lie. That's a very good team. Which leads me to this question. Chat, if there was one player that was a 76er before, that you would like to play for the 76ers now that you think would fit really, really well with this team, besides the greats, who would that player be? I would go Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler would be such a great fit for this team. If you want a more recent guy. Andre Iguodala would also be nice. Or even a guy like Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young kind of reminds me a little Dominic Barlow in the beginning of the season when he was getting active on the glass. He reminded me of Thaddeus Young. You know, just the effort that he would give on the rebounding side of things. I would love to see Thaddeus Young play on this Sixers team. I think he'd be so cool. And it would be great for the players to learn from him. 77-70. And 6:53 left to go here in the third quarter. Grimes gets it at the top of the key. Looks to swing it over to Oubre. Kelly goes down towards the baseline. Looks to pass it. It's deflected off of Bam Adebayo's hands. And it goes out of bounds over towards the Miami Heat bench, and that'll stop the shot clock with 0.7 of a second to go. So it has to be a very quick shot. Maybe even an alley-oop pass. Got kissed on the cheek. Yep. They're cleaning up the basketball. They're wiping it down. Shantae is here. What's up, Shantae? How are you doing? Sixers have 77 points. Embiid will inbound it here. This is a big play. Let's see what they decide to do, but the referee is going to get the ball back as they have to wipe up a wet spot right next to Embiid over on the sideline. Somebody, I guess, spilled a drink or something. Oh, man. Brick City. All right, here's an inbound pass that goes to Edgecombe. Edgecombe puts up a three-point shot, and he couldn't get it to go. He got it off in time. It was not a bad look. It was not a bad look at all. Adebayo with a three-pointer in the face of Embiid, and now, all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. 6:25 left to go in the third quarter. Edgecombe gets it back for the Sixers, drives it down Broadway. It's blocked by Pell Larson, and here comes Tyler Herro with a transition three. Jackpot. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Edgecombe is down. Over on the other side, he just stands up now, gets up underneath the baseline. The Sixers are getting outscored 19-7 in this quarter. Grimes with a much-needed three. That was huge. 80-76 as he knocks it down from the near corner. They needed that to get a little bit of breathing room, and they did. Mitchell being guarded by Maxey. They swing it around to Larson. One more to Herro. A teardrop, nothing but nets. Got it from the second hash mark of that left elbow. And the run extends to 21-7 over these last 6 minutes and 20 seconds of play. Joel looking for a teammate here, and instead he'll do it all himself with a turnaround fadeaway jumper. It takes 2 bounces and goes out to the right side. Herro to Adebayo, another three. Bam is on fire. He's turned into Steph Curry. That's his third three of the third quarter, and the Heat, just like that, have taken the lead. 24-10 has been the run by Miami. Oubre with a catch-and-shoot three, and the Sixers have an answer. That was big. Another one that the Sixers able to knock down. Herro back to Wiggins. His three-point shot. No. Adebayo on the follow-through. Couldn't get that one off. Embiid gets the rebound. And Edgecombe out in front of it for the 76ers, but they'll slow it down and give it back to Tyrese Maxey. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Maxey's blitzed. He fights through a lot of adversity, gets it blocked as he tries to drive it down the lane. And it's Andrew Wiggins who swats it away. Shot clock stays at 8 seconds. So who else do you think would be really good on this team right now? That changed very quickly. It did. Anybody else that you think would be really good? Theo Ratliff, no points, defense, and rebounds. But seriously, who do you think would be a really good fit for this team? That was a past Sixer that would come back if you were to choose one. Maxey gets the inbound pass, goes up with a turnaround floater. Friendly bounce is good. And that'll give the Sixers a 2-possession lead with exactly 4:05 to go. It's Adebayo, Mitchell, Fontecchio, Jaquez, and Herro out there for the Miami Heat. Sixers are going to get the ball back. The Heat will turn it on over. Let's go. All right, 4:04 left to go here in quarter number 3. Which 76er that is retired would you take now on this 76er team? Let me know down below. I said Andre Iguodala. I also said Thaddeus Young. I think that they would be really, really cool. Kyle Korver would be interesting. 85-81. Sixers are up by 4. Here's Maxey over to Oubre at the top of the key. I also did say Jimmy Butler. Oubre back over towards the dunker spot, and he's able to throw it down with 2 hands, even though Butler has not been retired yet. 87-81. Herro again with a floater off the glass. It's been deadly. His little teardrop that he has, just disgusting, and it's unguardable as well. Here's Maxey again on the left side of the wing. Finds Oubre, and Oubre throws it away. It's Tyler Herro being the safety, providing the interception. Now he's trapped. He has to put it into the front court, and he does. He ends up giving it over to Jaquez. Hawk gives back to Adebayo, being guarded by Maxey, and a mismatch provided, and Bam Adebayo just continues to go off. 27 points, 14 rebounds. He is putting the team on his back for the Miami Heat. I mean, Tyler Hero's been doing a good job too, but it's been all Bam Adebayo in this third quarter. And Maxey again running downhill, layup inside, got it to go. Timeout taken by the Heat. 2:48 remaining in the third quarter. Can the Sixers add on to their lead and get it back to a 16-point lead? That's the question. We'll see after the timeouts. Don't go anywhere. Oh man. Did they make a trade? Eagles? Oh yes. Okay. I was going to say, what the heck happened? But that was when they traded Hassan Reddick. Kyle Korver would be very interesting on this team. He would be. He'd be good on this team. Anybody from that 2000-2001 team that you think would be really good on this team? Besides the obvious ones. McKee? I don't know. Of course, there's no trades yet. Yeah. There was a thread. That's what I was looking at. There was a thread. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. The other thing I was just thinking about today, I was actually thinking about this question because this has sort of been a little bit of a debate. Hardcore says George Lynch. Ooh, George Lynch. That would be, he'd be interesting if he played today for the 76ers. Put him on this team. I think that, honestly, you know, I think that he would be, I think he would be an interesting fit. I really do. I do. What was I gonna say? This question sort of entered into the back of my mind yesterday. And it's been a little bit, I guess, of a debate. Would you say that Joel Embiid is still a top 5 center in today's game? If not, who would you put above him? Who would you put above Joel Embiid right now? What does your top 5 look like? I still, in my honest opinion, I still think he's a top 5 center. I do. Obviously, Jokic has to be in the conversation. Right. Nikola Jokic, without a doubt. Okay. Would also probably, I guess, have to say Wembanyama, Alperen Şengün. I think he's better than Karl Anthony Towns. I'll take him over Anthony Davis. Take him over Chet. I think he's still a top 5 center. I really do. 89-87 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Grimes gets it for the Sixers at the logo. Swings it over to Tyrese Maxey's way. And Maxey gets it back at the top of the perimeter. Barlow sets a pick for him. Maxey zigzags into the lane, finds Grimes. His three-point shot goes in and out, and the ball gets tipped about 3 times. It was Bona trying to fight for that against Bam Adebayo. Didn't work out for him, and the Heat are able to take advantage on a fast break and tie it up at 89 apiece. Simone Fontecchio able to tie it up, and the Sixers looking to untie the knots. Here's Maxey again on the left side of the wing. Now takes it over towards the logo. Finds Bona down low in the dunker spot. Gets to the baseline. Goes up with a reverse layup. And count it. It's good. 2-point lead for the 76ers. Is Joel Embiid still a top 5 center in the NBA? Maxey comes up with a loose change. That was a mishandle by Adebayo, and he's fouled. With 1:25 left to go in the third quarter, the ball got stripped right on out of his hands. Actually, upset about something. Did they not call a foul there? I thought that they signaled foul. But the ball did go on out of bounds. It'll still be Sixers ball nonetheless. That was the top-tier layup. Larry Hughes, Flight Brothers. Shat doesn't think so. Shat does not think so. He does not think that Joel Embiid is still a top 5 center. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is Joel Embiid still a top 5 center? 1:23 left to go here in the third quarter. Sixers up by 2, 91-89. Maxey over to Payne. Payne back to Maxey. They have a game of catch. Payne's three-point shot again off the back iron. Larson doesn't even have to jump for it. Grabs the miss. Down the lane is Mitchell, and one more pass to a wide-open three by Fontecchio is airballed and not even close. Payne, wide open, three-point shot. Got it! That was a nice shot by Payne, able to make up for his last three-point shot attempt, and the Sixers back up by 5. A breakdown on defense by the Miami Heat, and the Sixers able to capitalize. Hawkes, tough teardrop inside. Friendly bounce won't go. Second effort by Khalil Ware. That's good. And so it's back to a 3-point lead. It's Payne again on the left side of the wing of the three-point line, giving it over to Maxey. Tyrese Maxey dribbles with the left hand. Double team comes. They swing it around. One more pass from Payne to Barlow for a corner three, and he nails it. They will say, though, that his foot was on the line. It's 96-91. They say that on the NBC Sportscast on ESPN, they gave him a 3. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and about 3 seconds differentiated in the shot clock from the game clock. It's Hawkes being guarded by Dominic Barlow. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hawkes looks to take it inside. He gets his pocket picked by Maxey. 5 seconds to go. Maxey, layup inside. No! The flush by Bona. Good! 2.1 seconds left. Hawkes with a three-quarters court shot. It's up. It's the front of the rim, and that'll do it. The Sixers do lead the quarter and are able to come up with a 98-91 lead as they go into quarter number 4. They technically did lose the quarter, 34-25. So we have a couple of whistles. Was there a technical foul called on Maxey? I don't know. But 98-91 is the score. The Sixers did close out the quarter much better than how they started. It was not a good start at all whatsoever. The Heat definitely went on their big run. But the Sixers, when adversity hit, they did come up big. And so we're going to go to the fourth quarter. 98-91 is the score. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. Get that win. If the Sixers win tonight, they increase their lead against the Miami Heat for that 6th seed. Looking to get their 33rd win of the season. JJ, the chart hasn't changed at all since the third quarter. Thanks for telling me. Don't know why. Guess I have to auto refresh it every 15 seconds or so. I could do that. Isn't there an auto refresh button? I guess I can put that in my notes. For some reason, I guess tonight it's doing that. Thanks for telling me. I just fixed it. I need a long playoff run. Then he's top 5, says Joe. So would you take Cat over him? Who would you take right now over Joel Embiid? Because I'm not taking Anthony Davis over Joel Embiid. I'm not taking Cat over Joel. I'm not taking Rudy Gobert over Joel. If we consider Wemby to be a center, then sure, obviously. Same thing with Jokic. Is Şengün a better center than Joel Embiid? That's close. I would give it to Joel right now. Şengün this year, though, averaging 20.5 points, 9 rebounds. I would still give it to Joel. Sixers came out of the half all flat, all the time. Oh, man. were always terrible in the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, they played better towards the end. I will give that to them. Just got to close out the game, man. 99-91. Adebayo is 29. Maxey is 24. Embiid is 23. Maxey did provide 20 points in the first quarter. And so because of the technical foul that was called against Tyrese Maxey, the free throw by Tyler Herro is good. Or Simone Fontecchio was good. So it is 99-92. And Edgecombe is going to be the one to inbound it. And he'll give it over to Dominic Barlow. The lineup for the Sixers to start off the fourth quarter. Barlow is out there. Maxey, it's Payne, Embiid, and Edgecombe. Edgecombe gets himself wide open for a corner three, and he airballed it. Just released it a little bit too soon and didn't get enough oomph on that one. Ware at the top of the perimeter finds Jaquez and a pass to Fontecchio. Jaquez again looking for Fontecchio wide open for a corner J. Couldn't get the three to go. The putback jam was also no good. Grimes got the rebound, but we have a foul called on Grimes. It's a loose ball foul. Or is it on Campaign for the push? I think it is. So the Heat are going to get the basketball back. Tough play. My problem is I don't know all the centers. Is the sky blue sometimes, lol, but just put Joel Embiid in of the players right now, says Joe. Well, chat. The rest of you guys can tune on. The rest of you guys can join on into the conversation too. If you think that Joel Embiid is not a top 5 center right now, let me know. Let me know. 99-92 with 11:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Wiggins on the left side of the wing, looking to try to pass it. Actually, he's just going to try to posterize VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe got a piece of it, but there is another stoppage in play, another foul called against the 76ers. I thought maybe he was going to pass it for a second, but he was at the last second. He was like, I'm going to try to do some veteran moves on this rookie here. And it worked. He'll budge his way over to the line. And free throws coming up for Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, who remembers the amount of hype that he had coming out of college? Free throw number 1 is good. Wiggins was drafted by the Cavs as the first pick of the 2009 draft. Went to Kansas, was a Jayhawk. So it's now 99-94. Andrew Wiggins able to make the free throws, and it's back to a 5-point game. Campaign looks to give it back to Joel Embiid in between the circles. Embiid on the left side of the foul line extended, now gets double-teamed, tries to pump fake a defender, couldn't get the shot off, but the rebound is up by VJ Edgecombe, and a three-pointer by Grimes is a little short again. Here's Jaquez on a fast break. He got the rebound, and he takes it right to the cup. It's back to a single possession game. Embiid nearly turned it over. Edgecombe got the deflection. Grimes swings it around the timeline. He'll get it back. He'll hand it off to Embiid, and Embiid lost the ball, and it's going to be turned over, but Edgecombe's going to fight for the loose ball again on the ground. He'll try to get it back, and it'll be a jump ball with 4.1 seconds to go. This is the type of grit that VJ Edgecombe provides. He just stays with the play. It doesn't matter what happens. This guy is just there all the time. I gotta just say that when it comes to fighting for loose balls on the ground, this guy just puts his body into it. And he's just like, give me that basketball. Give me that ball. Grimes tried to signal for a timeout, but Edgecombe did not have full possession of the ball. So it'll be a jump ball here between Edgecombe and Larson. And the ball is going to go Larson's way into the hands of Bam Adebayo. They could tie it with a 3 here, the Heat, or they could cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Here's a step-back jump shot, foot on the line, and that'll make it 99-98. Nope, they'll say it's a 3. It was Andrew Wiggins who just got it right behind the three-point line, they say. They might review it. It's 99-99, though, for now. Grimes lost the ball again. That's the third straight turnover by the 76ers. over these last couple of possessions. Adebayo now has it. Hands it off to Hawkes. Hawkes to Adebayo for a catch-and-shoot three. Short. Embiid with the rebound. Payne increasing the tempo for Philadelphia. He takes a transition three, and he knocks it down. The answer provided again by Campaign. And he's able to get hot and give the Sixers a 3-point lead. Yakachunas looking for a screen, finding Hawkes. Hawkes for the tie. Way too strong. Good box out by the Sixers, but there is a loose ball foul called. It's on Campaign. 102-99. And the ball stays with Miami. Nick Nurse looks confused. Says something to the ref. Didn't go screaming into their ear, but I don't know. It looked like that he got tangled up inside. Fontecchio sort of had his hands around him. And so it will be Sixers ball. Looked like they were signaling that it went Miami's way, but it is going to be Sixers ball. Thank goodness. Embiid trying to bank it on in. No. And another big rebound by the Heat. They're getting the rebounds. They're fighting off the glass in this fourth quarter. And here down low is Andrew Wiggins going to Bam Adebayo again. Mismatch comes. Edgecombe stands his ground, though, as he's able to provide a stop. And it's Embiid who catches the rebound of Bam Adebayo's shot. I don't know how VJ Edgecombe just got a hand right in his face. His wingspan is just so high. And then Embiid just got hit in the eye by Andrew Wiggins, and that's what the foul was. 102-99, Tyler Herro and Pelle Larsson will be the new replacements for Fontecchio and Wiggins. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. 8:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Payne, Grimes, Edgecombe, Embiid, and Barlow out there for Philadelphia. Edgecombe on the perimeter, looking to dance, takes it to the foul line, has a double team coming, puts up a foul line, Jay, contact made, and he's fouled, he made the shot. A foul line jumper by VJ Edgecombe, and Mr. Fourth Quarter takes over. 104-99, Larsson just reached in, and who was that? Was that Yakachunas that just got him on the left elbow? It was the three-point play. Good by Edgecombe. Excellent. It's now 105-99. Defense! Adebayo on the perimeter, looking for help. Here's Hawkes at the top of the key, spinning, turning, taking it down the lane, turnaround floater. No, volleyballed, outside to Hawkes again. And the Heat will reset. Adebayo, ISO, three-point shot. It goes in and out of the drain. And Payne comes up with it for the Sixers, and the Sixers move the tempo again. Payne, another transition three. He held his pose, but it was a little bit off to the right side. And it's Tyler Herro with the rebound. Hawkes down Broadway, floater, teardrop, good. 105-101, less than 8 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Sixers have got to do a better job guarding the man in the post and doing a good job in the interior with the defensive side. Here's Payne again, dumping it off to Edgecombe. The Sixers have a 3-guard lineup out there with Edgecombe, Grimes, and Payne. Maxey getting some rest off the bench. Embiid looking to go to work. Takes it down the lane. Double team comes. Puts up a shot. Good defense by the Heat. Barlow gets the steal, and he's able to dunk it on home. Hawkes lost it. As soon as he got the rebound, Barlow blindsided him and was able to get the layup to go. Adebayo again, swinging it around the timeline. It's Tyler Herro taking on 2 defenders, and more passes come. Adebayo is fouled on the floor. They'll wave off the shot. It did not go in anyways, and the clock will stop with 7:06 remaining in quarter number 4. Grimes gets called for yet another foul, and so Grimes issued his 3rd personal foul of the game. 107-101. Hawkes gets the inbound pass as the Heat go from right to left. Herro back to Hawkes. Wide open Trey at the top of the key. It's way off the mark. He grabs his own rebound. How did he do that? I don't even know. Larson, a corner three-pointer, and he gets it off, and that's good. The shot, by the way, by Hawkes didn't even hit the rim, and it just bounced all the way back to him at the three-point line, straight on, and at the buzzer of the shot clock. Larson was able to hit the three from the near corner, and Nick Nurse will call for another timeout. The Sixers will have 3 more left to burn. 107-104. Philadelphia still has the lead. Come on, man. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Get active in the chat. Let's go, baby. Let's get that dub. I didn't like the lineups to start off the fourth quarter. I understand that Maxey has to rest, but a 3-guard lineup against this Miami team, come on. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that. You were doing a great job out rebounding them in the first half, and what do you know? They go with their athletic lineup, and you start off the fourth quarter with a small guard lineup. You just can't do that. This team just doesn't have enough. They don't with their guards. You need to match athleticism with athleticism. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. But hang on, man. Hang on. 107-104. I'm just really hoping that that does not come back to bite them. Just got out of work. How we doing? Tyrese Maxey just broke the franchise record for most threes made by a 76er. He passed Allen Iverson, who had 897, so Tyrese Maxey now has the new record for three-pointers made in Philadelphia 76ers franchise history. So it's great. The Sixers did an excellent job in the first half. They provided 73 points. Joel Embiid did get hurt. He had to go back to the locker room, and then he came back. He was dealing with a rib injury, but Maxey provided 20 points in that first quarter. He's been cold ever since then, but you really need him to step up. Edgecombe has made some big-time plays. I will say that even when things got dicey after the Sixers had a 16-point lead at halftime, and when it came close, the Sixers have been providing the answers. They really have. Campaign hit a big-time three. I think Watford hit a big-time shot. You saw Barlow hit a corner three as well. But let's go, man. It's too close for comfort, but JJ Sirius Radio right now, let's go. Dude, let's go, man. I'm all fired up. I'm all fired up. It is too close, but that's okay. That's how we like it as far as play-by-play announcers go. We like it when the games are close. When you're a fan of the team, though, I hear you. Hear you loud and clear. My fandom is literally on fire right now. 6:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Maxey is back out there. He's 5 for 12 shooting-wise from 3 today. Edgecombe, Maxey, Bona, Oubre, and Barlow are the 5 for Philadelphia. Edgecombe zigzags down the lane, takes it back to the three-point line. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Edgecombe at the foul line extended. Off the dribble. Bingo! Nothing but net for VJ Edgecombe. Another big jump shot in the fourth quarter for him. 17.6 rebounds and 3 assists as well. A wide-open 3 by Ware. How could they leave him open? They do, and he knocks it down. 109-107, the Sixers collapse on defense again. 6:05 left to go. Sixers just shooting 36% from 3. It was a lot higher at the half. Maxey over towards Barlow. Barlow inside. He's trapped. He needs help. He's looking to zip it over to Edgecombe. One more to Oubre. A corner 3. Bingo! 112-107. Kelly Oubre Jr. giving the Sixers a little bit of a cushion for now. A little bit of breathing room, I should say. Not really a cushion. 5:40 left to go here in quarter number 4. And again, it's Fontecchio towards the left side, giving it back to Pell. Good ball movement by the Miami Heat. Herro, step back, thought about taking the 3. Instead, gives it back to Hawkes. His three-point shot is up, and it's good. Right on the left side of the wing. And so it's back to a 2-point ball game. That was not bad defense by the Sixers. Just an awesome shot by Jaime Jaquez Jr., the former UCLA player. It's Edgecombe again, losing the ball, giving it back, or trying to get it back in a fight for it on the ground. There's a Dembona, Pell Larson, and Jaquez right there. And another jump ball coming on up. Another scrappy game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. It just feels like a lot of times when these two teams play against each other, it's just close. Spoelstra against Nick Nurse. These are the types of games that we see a lot of times when these two head coaches go up against each other. 112 to 110 with 5:05 to go. It'll be Larson and Edgecombe going up for the jump ball here. Larson does have a little bit of a height advantage. He's 4 inches taller than VJ. And we'll see who wins the tip-off here. Larson is going to tip it over towards Ware's way, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. Ware tried to catch it over on that baseline, but Sixers have it, and so they're able to get the ball back. They need to get a bucket here. You definitely need that. Wondering when Embiid's going to come back in. Maxey over to Oubre as he inbounds it right to him. Maxey says, give me the rock, and Oubre's going to distribute it right towards him. Maxey to Edgecombe. Edgecombe and Maxey playing a game of catch. Bonus steps up, provides a screen. Maxey working around it, passing it back to Oubre. Another three by Kelly. Too strong, and the rebound goes again to Jaquez. No foul was called on a Dembona. Sixers again got to get back. The Heat could tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Jaquez down Broadway. The shot's up. It's blocked by Bona. And Tyrese Maxey comes up with it. Nice play by him. Maxey crossing over, taking it to the left side of the elbow. A Euro step down the lane. Missed the layup. Oh, no. He couldn't get it. Here's Jaquez again. 2-on-1. Alley-oop pass. And another block by Bona. But he's going to get called for the foul. That was an excellent foul by Bona. Able to stop the alley-oop pass. And it looks like Wiggins will head to the charity stripe. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots, if that is correct. But that was an excellent alley-oop pass, and Bona saw it right there. He did. And so free throws coming on up for the Miami Heat. It'll be Andrew Wiggins at the line. He has a beard. I didn't even realize that till now. You learn something new every day. 112-110. Here's Wiggins with the free throw. It's on the money and good. Let's go. Fandom is on fire. Come on, Raps. Is there really... Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on. My eyes are getting bad, says Joe. All right. At the line is Wiggins to try to tie the game, and he does. 112-112. Embiid is still not out there right now for the Sixers. How much longer do you wait? Edgecombe slows it down and looks to wave everybody to get back into their spots. Maxey gives it back to Oubre on the left wing. Oubre to Edgecombe. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Edgecombe again at the buzzer. Puts it up and in again. Mr. Clutch comes on through. 114 to 112. It was a 10-foot jump shot that he made. And here's Wiggins distributing it back to Tyler Herro. Larson on a pump fake. And now has to pass it back to Ware. Ware's little floater is no good. Bona plays excellent defense. It's Maxey, the speed of lightning, going down the lane, hitting the layup, and the Sixers up by 4 points. 3:31 left to play in the fourth quarter. And the clock will stop for a quick second. Dembona and Tyrese Maxey high-fiving each other. And so, 3:31 left to play in the fourth quarter. And I believe we have a timeout taken by the Heat. Let's go, baby. It's 9:12 p.m. Eastern Time. We got a post-game show after this. Dembona has provided some interesting plays. He had the one nice block And also, to be completely honest with you, I did not think that he made contact with Andrew Wiggins on that alley-oop pass, man. Come on. Bona looked possessed. Yeah, well, the Heat called a timeout. How much longer do you wait to bring Embiid back? Do you bring him back in now? Chat, what do you do? Do you bring Joel Embiid back now? I think that the obvious answer is yes, but they've waited a little bit. Don't know why the third quarter struggles are just so bad. We will talk about that at the end of this game. But first, we got a game to win. Come on. Let's go, baby. Haven't played the Seven Nation Army in a while. Let's go. Oh, man. 116 to 112 is the score. It is a 4-point Sixers lead. They're still in a break. Maxey did provide a nice layup to give the Sixers a 2-possession lead. But obviously, they need more. Tyrese Maxey does need one more assist to get a double-double. Oubre also needs 2 more rebounds to get a double-double. He has 18 points and 8 boards. Steve is here. What's up, Steve? How you doing? All right. Fasten the seatbelts. Defense! 3:25 left to go. Hawkins has it. And he'll hand it off over to Larson. Larson to Herro. Herro, floater again on the right side. Good. Bona is still in there. It's 116 to 114. That is the score right now. 3:05 left to be played in the fourth quarter. I can't believe that they're leaving him out for this long. What are they doing? 3 minutes left, fourth quarter. It's Edgecombe on the right side of the elbow. Looking to ISO. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He lost it. The ball goes on out of bounds, and it's going to be Miami Heat basketball. It was dribbled right off of his left knee. It was nice defense by the Heat. But here we go. It's a 2-point game. 116-114. 2:45 left to go. Herro at the top of the key. A step back three-pointer. Got it. And so the Heat are able to take the lead 117 to 116. Tyler Herro with 25 points. He's been very active in this second half. Maxey with a bounce pass to Edgecombe. Edgecombe to Maxey. Maxey gets it back from Barlow. Maxey with a drive to the basket, and he's fouled. And that'll stop the clock with 2:24 remaining. Again, no Joel Embiid out there. And there's 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in this game. What is going on? Sixers zone offense has just been so dreadful in this second half. It's been terrible. Come on. Maxey with 26 points. He's made all 3 of his foul shots. He'll try to tie the game here. The first one is up, and he got it to go. 117 to 117. Embiid is still on the bench. Not even getting up. McNurse is not putting him back in. Oh, man. Foul shot number 2 for Tyrese Maxey to give the Sixers the lead. It's good.
Excellent.
2:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Herro, jab step, down the lane, looks for a layup. It's no good. Edgecombe's defense stands strong. Maxey for the 76ers, has it at the Toyota sign, looks to drive it down the lane, gets slowed down, gives it back to Edgecombe. Edgecombe over to Maxey. The ball got deflected, and it was going to go into the hands of Maxey anyways. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey wants to dance. He gives it over to Oubre. His catch and shoot 3. Bullseye! 121 to 117. Kelly Oubre Jr. with a firework from downtown. 1:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Adebayo again at the top of the key. He looks to get things going. He'll bounce pass it over to Hawkes over on the far corner at the three-point line. Hawkes being guarded by Barlow. Barlow back outside the Bam Adebayo. Another three-point shot. No good. And a fight for the ball. Edgecombe saves it. And it's going to go into the hands of Barlow. VJ Edgecombe on the glass. Maxey again at the top of the key. Sixers in no particular hurry. 1:15 to go. Again, no Joel Embiid during this final stretch. 1:10 on the clock. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Maxey's floater. No. Bona with a tip back. It's good. 1:07 to go in the fourth quarter. And here we go. The 76ers up by 4 points. Let's go. They're not going to count the tip. Bona is going over to the sideline. See again, is that offensive basket interference? Oh, it's close. His left hand was there. Tried to tip it back in. Is that offensive basket interference? When the ball came down, I don't know. Bona is called for offensive goaltending. The refs are back at the scorer's table, and they are looking at this, and this is an official review. Replay supports the call according to ESPN. And it's still a 4-point lead. Let's go. Come on, man. I don't know. That was close. The 3D graphic, though, is nice. They call it a violation. 1:07 left. ESPN said that replay supports the call, but they're not out of the huddle yet. Okay, there we go. So the Heat are going to get it. 1:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. Each team has 2 timeouts left. Larson gets the inbound pass, finally picks it up at half court. Larson gets stepped up by VJ Edgecombe. He has to pass it over to Adebayo. Adebayo over to Herro. At the logo, Herro for 3. It's up. It's off the mark. Edgecombe there for the rebound. 51 seconds to go. And Maxey in no particular hurry for the 76ers. 45 seconds left. The crowd stands up. Maxey has it. All eyes on him. Dribbling with the right hand. Here comes a screen. Embiid is finally back out there. Maxey at the logo. Takes it to the left side. Looks to give it to Embiid for the dagger. Got it! 124 to 117. And Embiid gives a kiss to the crowd. Another timeout taken by the Heat. He was brought in to seal the deal, and that's what he just did. Wide open 3 by Joel. Excellent play call. Excellent execution. And Embiid from the left corner has a bullseye. That was sick. We're cutting that. That was so sick, dude. Joel Embiid. And Maxey gets his double-double. Top 5 center. Still, an 8-0 run by the Sixers over the last 2 minutes of play. And that is just what the doctor ordered. They left him out for that long, and finally he comes back in. And he hits the potential dagger. 28.4 seconds left. The Heat have 1 timeout. Do not foul. Hawkes looking to inbound it as they advance the basketball. Hawkes looking for Wiggins. Wiggins at the top of the key. The ball goes into the hands of Hawkes, and Oubre will foul him. Oubre nearly picked that thing right before it went over to Hawkes. 24.3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. And again, it's Hawkes looking to inbound it over to Larson. Larson has it at the logo. Swings it over to Hawkes. Hawkes with a desperation three-point shot. Too strong. Maxey gets the rebound. 13 seconds to go. And he's going to dribble this one out. And the Sixers get a huge victory against the Miami Heat. Ring the bell. Let's go.
Excellent.
What a win by the 76ers. They pull it out and get win number 33 of the season. Ring the bell. That was a good win. Let's go, Shaq. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That was great. That was they finally got a really nice win, and they pulled it out. Again, was the second half the strongest? Not at all. Did they hold Joel Embiid on the bench for too long? Yes. I understand that he went back to the locker room before, but I don't know what the heck Nick Nurse was doing in that fourth quarter. Go into that small guard lineup, but the players deserve so much credit. VJ freaking Edgecombe was another dog tonight. He held the fort down. And I guess that the good thing that came out of that fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go, with Joel Embiid not playing, if there was something, I guess, good that came out of it, Edgecombe looked so confident again, just taking shots. And I think that he sort of got the keys and was able to just hit big shot after big shot. Big shout out to Kelly Oubre Jr., by the way. Those threes that he hit were clutch. The guy made big-time plays. He had the hot hand as well, and he just made ridiculous shot after ridiculous shot. Another person that I have to shout out, Tyrese Maxey. The guy played very well in the first quarter. Then he was a little bit quiet in the second quarter and in the third quarter. But the plays, the facilitating that he did in that fourth quarter, and even just the guts that he has, again, another guy that just has balls of steel. He does. And he is my of this game. So I will give him the MVP today. But yeah, excellent, gutsy, gritty win by the 76ers. And they stood their ground. Campaign also had a couple of big-time shots, too. Somebody was in our chat, I think it was Lawrence, said that I never liked his shot form. And guess what? Doesn't matter what the shot form looks like. When it goes in, when it matters the most, that's what I care about. So shout out to Campaign. But yeah, that's a feel-good win. Again, not saying that they're going to go on and win the championship, but that was a nice, feel-good win for this team. And you have to understand, again, the Heat, look, before the loss that they just had, they were playing pretty good basketball. They're very well coached. They have a nice team, and they have an all-star. Honestly, I'm just going to say this. Eric Spoelstra is easily a top 3 coach in the NBA. Easily, without a doubt. The schematics that he provides, the way that he just keeps his players ready. This guy was, he honestly, I will say this, he actually outcoached Nick Nurse, but the players bailed him out. I will also give Adem Bona credit because he had a couple of blocks down the stretch, including that one nice alley-oop pass that was deflected, and I don't know how that was a foul. I know he also got called for that offensive goaltending. That was a very ticky-tack play. I can't necessarily fully blame him for that with the way, with when he got the rebound there. It looked, I mean, if he just waited an extra millisecond, would have got it, but I mean, how can you really do that? You know, that's being very technical. That's being ticky-tack, that type of a thing. And no, I thought that he played really well down the stretch, and I still can't understand for the life of me when Nick Nurse did go to the small guard lineup, and Joel Embiid then came on out after that lineup was provided. He waited too long to put him back in, but Adem Bona, to his credit, played very well and kept the game alive. Had a couple of big-time rebounds as well. I know that some of that stuff's not going to show up in the box score stat sheet, but yeah, big stuff. The bench did its job in that fourth quarter. Edgecombe had 19 points. Oubre had 21. I can't stress enough how great Oubre was off the glass and the energy that he provided. This was a team win that the Sixers needed, and they came out clutch at the very end. All right, we will have a post-game show. If you guys want to call in, you most certainly can. But we'll have a post-game show. We'll talk more about this game. We'll break more stuff down. And I will catch you all in about 3 minutes or so. 3 minutes, just give me 3. And then I will be back. Let's put the timer on for 3 minutes. And let's make sure that we have our post-game graphic up. Do that right now. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Be right back. Do not change that channel and do not go anywhere.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Dude, that game was so electric. It was awesome. Man, if you were at the Sixers game that night, I really hope that you guys get to call on in, because what a special night it was for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it really just started with Tyrese Maxey. I mean, great for him to be able to break the franchise record for most threes in Sixers franchise history. He did it tonight. Just an awesome job. The first quarter, he looked like he was out there for blood. He was knocking down threes left and right, just making big-time shot after big-time shot, and he just came up cold-blooded in the fourth quarter again. Even though it got a little bit slower towards that second quarter, and even in the third quarter, he couldn't necessarily find a rhythm, but he still made winning plays, and the 76ers were able to hang on and get themselves a big victory. I don't think that people are understanding how big of a victory this was, okay? This Miami Heat team is 31-29. You think about the standings, that's one thing, okay? But the Sixers also, let's actually think about it from this perspective, okay? Joel Embiid, we didn't know what type of a performance we were going to get out of him tonight. Had a chance to really set the tone here tonight in the first quarter and make a statement to the rest of the NBA. And I think that they did that. I do. I think that they showed a lot of guts. I think that the way that they played, the physicality that they brought tonight, this was a nice team win that they had. It felt like guys were on the same page. It felt like in the first half that they made open shots. They got to their spots when it came to rebounding the basketball. They were the more physical team, and they showed their dominance against this Miami Heat team who is, again, very well coached. Eric Spoelstra was coaching his tail off tonight. Bam Adebayo did have 29 points. Hawkins off the bench, 19. How about Tyler Herro coming off the bench today? That was, again, Eric Spoelstra. That's just what he's known for. He's known for putting his guys in a position to succeed, and he had a chance. He almost took that game away from the 76ers. He did. He was out coaching Nick Nurse in that second half. As soon as Nurse decided to go small with the small guard lineup, here comes Eric Spoelstra going to a lineup with just athletic wings and athletic, agile players. And they were just absolutely torching the Sixers in that fourth quarter. The difference, though, of this game, why the Sixers were able to pull this one out, was because every time the game got close, somebody on the Sixers provided an answer. Whether it was Campaign hitting a three when the Sixers were tied at 90 apiece, or if it was Kelly Oubre when the Sixers were up by one with 2 minutes left to go and he just knocked down a firework. Somebody hit the big shots, and the Sixers had all the answers. And that's why they pulled this out. Yes, did they make good rebounding plays? Did they come up with the big steals? Yes. But the name of the game is hitting the shots. And that's what they did when it mattered the most down the stretch. And credit goes out to those guys that were clutch. Quentin Grimes had a couple of big-time buckets. We saw Dominic Barlow hit a corner three with the shot clock going down. Left wide open, still made the shots. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he did it. The Sixers as a team tonight shot the ball 40% from downtown. They were 17 for 43 with their threes, and they put the ball through the hoop. They turned the ball over a little bit more in that fourth quarter. You had a couple of possessions where the Sixers got very sloppy with the ball. There was supposed to be a handoff from Grimes that was supposed to go to Embiid. Embiid did not anticipate it, as Quentin Grimes sometimes plays like he's Russell Westbrook, which can be really good, and he's able to see the pass or able to see the play right before it happens, and he beats everybody to it. But sometimes he plays the game when you're playing at 112 miles per hour. It could either work or it doesn't work. And a lot of those times in the fourth quarter when he was being the primary ball handler, just didn't work. And there were some sloppy possessions that they had, and the Heat were able to stay involved in the game. Hawkins had a couple of nice shots in the paint. Tyler Herro's floater tonight was absolutely lethal. Sixers couldn't stop that. But the game, I thought, changed. I thought where the Sixers actually won this game, the pivot point, to me, I go back to the fourth quarter, and I have to do this, okay? I go back to the fourth quarter, and I have to go to VJ Edgecombe's jumper that he hit from the left elbow with, I believe it was 2:53 to go. When it was, it was the 4:01 marker. VJ Edgecombe made a fadeaway jump shot to untie the knot at 114 to 112. And then the defense that he provided on the other side was able to help the Sixers get Tyrese Maxey another board. He played great defense off of Khalil Ware. There were a couple of times where I actually saw VJ Edgecombe matched up against Bam Adebayo. And even Khalil Ware. He was going up against centers. And he did a great job on defense. A rookie. Just stopping them in their tracks. But after VJ made that jumper, and then Tyrese Maxey hit that layup to put them up by 4 with 3:32 to go, I thought that the 76ers changed the pace of the game at that point in time when Eric Spoelstra had to burn a timeout. And then what happens after they call the timeout, Bam comes back in. Tyler Herro makes a 15-foot floater again, because that thing was just absolutely disgusting tonight. And it was on point, nothing but net. Every single time he got it right towards that elbow. Just knew that he was going to just put it up and in. It was unguardable. He had a couple of big shots. He hit one with 2:11 to go. He also made a couple of foul shots, too. Self a three, nothing but net. They needed that. And then Edgecombe's defense on the other side again, off of Bam Adebayo, was strong. Sixers could have gotten a layup on the other side. Was it a goaltending on a Dembona? Technically, I guess it was. Not an easy play, though. And then Embiid comes back in the game and hits the dagger. But big shout out to this team because this was not just one individual who did well tonight. This was an actual team win where they showed heart, where they were able to fight, and it looked like that they not only wanted to compete, but they wanted to win this game. They wanted it more. The second half was bad. The third quarter was terrible. And again, that's just a part of who they are, and it's frustrating, and it's annoying. I just don't want to dwell on the negative tonight because I did say that the Heat are probably going to go on a little run and that it was still going to be close. I expected it to be close. I didn't expect the Heat to just lay down and die. But what I did expect was that the 76ers, when push came to shove, when you needed a timely bucket, they were going to do it. The responses were there. That's what I wanted. That's what I got. And it was a very good win at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Joel Embiid tonight got scared when he got back when he went over to the locker room with that rib injury. I said in real time, it looked like that he was stretching his shoulder when he got fouled in the second quarter. Something just didn't look right, but it was the rib cage. Comes back in, still plays his butt off, still finishes the game, and puts up just another. It's just another day at the office. This guy is just so offensively gifted. There was one play that he had where he got the ball on an isolation. He's going up against Bam Adebayo, who, again, is still one of the best defensive centers in the game. Took the ball right towards his left side, crossed over, isoed on top of him, and hit nothing but net with a hand in his face. It's just a practice shot for him. This is what he does if he's even able to practice, which he hasn't even been able to do. This guy's just coming on into games and still putting up 25 points. Who does this? Who? Just ridiculous. So a big shout out to Joel. 8 for 9 from the line. 11 rebounds. He actually rebounded the ball pretty well tonight. He did. He went toe-to-toe with Bam, and he had the last laugh. VJ Edgecombe, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block. It's just consistency from this guy. A lot of points in that fourth quarter. A lot of great stops in the fourth quarter. When was the last time that the 76ers had a great defensive shooting guard that could also score the ball at a high level? It's been a while. Maybe it was Iverson. Because this guy is awesome. Just has another layer to him. He was 1 for 5 from 3, but his confidence again was just through the roof. The 1 3 that he made was with the shot clock winding down. And again, he's double teamed. He actually wasn't double teamed, but he was trapped in the corner, and he just hit a fadeaway 3. Clutch. Watford tonight. Some nice rebounds from him. Also a couple of really good passes. That was back in the first half. Thought that he provided a little bit of an energy off the bench. Payne was 0 for 4 from 3 with his first 4 attempts, and then he knocked down 2 big-time threes. The defense collapsed for the Heat. And you know what? He made the open shots. You leave him wide open, make him pay. They ended this game on, I believe, a 9-2 run. I just wanted them to hang on and win and make the right plays down the stretch. They were getting killed with that zone. They were. They couldn't solve it again. As soon as Eric Spoelstra decided to go back to that zone, Sixers just could not find a way to break through until VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey used their speed to break it. Because do you know what breaks a zone defense? Speed. And good passing. And finally they did that. Another person that I have to give a shout out for tonight's game. Other guy I got to give a shout out to. Talked a little bit about him. But I got to give a shout out to Adembona. The guy got some big rebounds at the end. Had a couple of nice blocks. And made some big-time plays with 2 minutes to go. And with no Joel Embiid out there. Didn't get into foul trouble. Stood on his own 2 feet. Went toe-to-toe with Bam Adebayo. And gave him, he gave him hell out there. That was big. Underrated performance by him in that fourth quarter. So, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, what was your highlight of the game? There were a couple of highlights. There were a couple of flashy plays. You could say the Tyrese Maxey to VJ Edgecombe alley-oop in the first half was big. You could say Tyrese Maxey breaking Allen Iverson's record was big. You could say Joel Embiid's dagger 3 was big. Oubre's 3. Or VJ Edgecombe's 3 with the shot clock expiring. There was a lot of good moments tonight. Edgecombe's and one as well over Bam Adebayo. That was a nice one. How about Bolton's block with 2 minutes to go? They make a layup there, the Miami Heat. That changes the pace of the game. Big time stop there. A lot of good stuff tonight. And I don't really think it's going to get talked about. I think that people are going to sort of brush on over this game, and they're not going to give it the love that it deserves. And I've been tough on this team. It has not really been a fun season as a fan of watching the Sixers team. But tonight, I thought was one of those nights where the Heat are not a great team. They're not a top 5 team. But I still thought that adversity was high tonight because, again, this Heat team makes you work. They make you sweat. They give it to you every single night. They don't take a minute off. And you're going back in front of your home crowd. You have a big stretch coming up. You needed to start this 3-game stretch off the right way. Because now you play San Antonio, and then you play Boston. You need to build off of this. And if you came out with a win tonight, you feel good. You feel a lot better going against those other 2 top teams. Momentum is a huge thing in basketball, and you want to try to feel good. And I think that they did just that. It looked like that they actually had fun playing with each other tonight. I'm watching high fives. I'm watching Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe hugging each other, doing a little dance after the alley-oop pass. I'm watching Joel Embiid getting the crowd all pumped up. It had a playoff type of an atmosphere tonight. It did. We were just talking about how Jared McCain was one of those guys that when he got sent away, like we were asking, like, where were the vibes at? The vibes were low. Jared McCain definitely did provide a lot of positivity for the locker room, but the Sixers were going to have to get it back somehow, some way. I think tonight they did just that. I do. One word to describe that game would be what? Would be what? I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Tell me, how do you feel about this game? Are you ready to run through a brick wall? Are you happy? Do you still need to see more? What word would you use to describe that valiant effort by the Philadelphia 76ers? Let me know down below. Call on into the show, too. We'll take a look at some messages here in the chat. Is it just me, or is your intro better, remixed, enhanced? Says Joe. It's still the same thing. It also just feels a little bit different when you're coming off of a big-time win compared to a win where it wasn't as close, wasn't as down to the wire, or a game that you lost. I think that the intro, honestly, is better, and when the vibes are better. I really feel that way. Excellent stuff, though. Excellent, excellent stuff. Tyrese Maxey holding the game ball, says Austin Krell. Says his mother usually takes possession of his milestone tokens, but he's going to see if he can keep this one because she wasn't in attendance for the game. Mom was not there. Wow. He taps the microphone on the way out and says, Mom, it's crazy that you didn't come to my game. Crazy. Also, Tyrese Maxey had a technical foul on him. Usually Maxey doesn't get teed up like that. I was so shocked that going on into the fourth quarter that he got teed up like that. But how about that? His mom. Mom did not come to the game tonight. They usually show it on the NBC cast, too, when his parents are in attendance, but Mom was not there. Mom can't hold on to that milestone token, I guess. Just thought it was kind of cool that the all-dark 76ers and the halfway Miami. No. I understand. I understand what you were saying. It is a good analogy. It is. It was a great win. Rookie. What rookie are you talking about, JJ? He's a star. Or even rookie of the year. At this point, VJ Edgecombe, and again, I might sound biased here, but I don't care. VJ Edgecombe needs to be in the conversation at the very least for Rookie of the Year. And I'm being nice. As a matter of fact, I'll take it one step further. VJ Edgecombe should be up for Rookie of the Year. It should be. What this guy is doing, even with the walls that he's hit, and we knew that there were going to be learning curves, growing pains, and that type of stuff. The way that he has handled himself throughout this whole entire season has been just insane. You take a step back, you think about it. Okay? The amount of plays that this guy makes in the fourth quarter is one thing. First of all, though, I don't like to give Nick Nurse credit a lot of time. But what I do have to give him credit for is this. We saw Doc Rivers and the way that he managed Tyrese Maxey in his rookie season. Tyrese Maxey, we all sat here And we weren't even on stream at that point. But we were sitting down watching the games on our TV. And we said Tyrese Maxey needs to be in the starting lineup. Doc Rivers didn't do that. And Maxey was coming off the bench. And then the second year, Maxey starts off the season strong. He goes over to the bench after he gets hurt. Nick Nurse is not afraid to play VJ Edgecombe. And sometimes I think he plays way too many minutes. I do. But for him to just be able to play the amount of minutes that he is playing, I'm telling you, not a lot of head coaches on a contender, on a team that has championship aspirations, will be playing these high volume amount of minutes. And he's doing it. And I'm very happy for him because he deserves playing those minutes. We're watching game one. We see what he does against Boston. We're like, can he really keep that up? The three-point shooting was great. Then we see games like against Charlotte, games against the Golden State Warriors. How about the second game against Boston and his fourth quarter clutchness? How about the game against the Knicks where he goes to Madison Square Garden and just hits these dagger threes and gets these huge steals off of Jalen Brunson? Like, he's going up against top-tier players. And he's showing up in the bright lights. Like, it's not a fluke. He needs to be considered as the Rookie of the Year. He just has to be. He has to be. What other rookie is just stepping up in the biggest and brightest of lights the way that he is, the way that he's doing it? I'm sorry. That's the truth, though. Khan's a great three-point shooter. Give you that. Dylan Harper, not a bad. He's a good player. Okay? Cooper Flagg, very good too. I'm sorry. I have to. I have to with VJ. But that, again, just has to be said because going back to Nick Nurse, I've criticized a lot of things that he's done this year and a lot of things that he hasn't done. But the one thing that I do have to admit that is a positive is that he does let VJ Edgecombe play. And again, you think about the contenders that there are, and you think about the rookies that are on those types of contending teams, there's not a lot of players that would get that leeway. So, can't wait for the highlights. You're calling that Embiid 3. The dagger needs to be cut for sure. We're going to do that. We are. We are definitely going to do that. We're going to post it. That was insane. Great stuff tonight. Offense was great again. Have to clean up the third quarter, though, Shante. And again, you know, as we're coming back down to earth, that really is the truth. We can't stress it enough. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't understand why this continues to happen. It is problematic, and it has to stop. I'm happy that they finished the quarter strong, but the lead was given up within the blink of an eye. You had a 16-point lead, and it shouldn't have taken them 4 minutes just to get the lead back or to make it even close. Shouldn't have happened that way. Iverson was a point guard. Wanted to be a 2. Maxey is a point guard that's going to take 30 to 50 points a night. And very happy with how Tyrese did. Very happy with how VJ did. More love needs to go to Oubre. Think about Kelly Oubre, too. Right, he was 3 for 5 from 3. When he's hot, he's hot. He had 21 points in 34 minutes. Kelly Oubre, I would never say that this guy does not give it his all, because he does. He deserves to be a Sixer. He represents what the blue and white are supposed to be. The fight, the grit, all that stuff. This guy's dealt with a lot of adversity, not just as an NBA player, but even if you look at this year, this guy was out for 6 weeks, didn't know what his role was going to be. With Paul George being in there, people were saying that Oubre should come off the bench. Then George gets suspended, and again, here's another opportunity for Kelly to shine. That's what he does. Ready for the moment. That, to me, is what a champion is about. Edgecombe, 2. Joel Embiid, 3. That's what I saw. The Heat beat us more than some teams. Like it used to be the Celtics. Remember when the Sixers beat the Celtics at home, the first matchup? I do. Just talked about that. It's great. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm just embracing what this win was. Again, I'm not thinking about playoffs. I'm not going through predictions. I'm just basing everything that I saw off of this game. And if I were to give this game a letter grade from an overall perspective, I would give it a solid B+. I would have only given it an A if the third quarter wasn't bad. But a solid B+, I think, is a win. Nick Nurse did not get ejected. That was my hot take. Didn't happen, but I guess there's always the next game. Not saying that I wanted it to happen. I just thought that he was. Great game, great play-by-play, JJ. Thank you. Again, calling in 610-314-0844. How happy are you? What did this Sixers win mean to you? He's not going to get 25 points a night, but his grit and his attitude. Did he ever get teed up? No, people were giving him the comps to Jimmy Butler. I think he's just his own guy. I see Jimmy Butler in him. I see a little bit of Kawhi Leonard in him. I do. But I think he's just... The more I watch him, I just don't think he has a comp. Never seen anything like this. Special stuff what he's doing. Has that clutch gene. Who's better in that position in front of Edgecombe? He's second to Coop. This is Joe. I'll take him. Game on the line. I said it before. I will say it again. If there's anybody that I want on this team right now shooting the final shot of a game, and it's no disrespect to Tyrese Maxey, it's no disrespect to Joel Embiid, and this might be a hot take, I want Edgecombe taking that final shot. I've seen it plenty of times. in a big game, I want VJ Edgecombe taking that last shot. I love Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's clutch. But Edgecombe would be my number one option right now. MVP is still Maxey, but Embiid, Edgecombe, Oubre were tied for second. And I would also say, again, unsung hero is Adembona. He's my unsung hero for tonight. That was a demoralizing loss for the Miami Heat, too. Because the Heat got themselves back into it. But every time that they went on a run, the 76ers just sucked the life out of them. And when the role players stepped up and the crowd got involved, Spoelstra did everything he could. He called for timeouts. He made the right adjustments. Players just did not execute for them. I thought Eric Spoelstra poached a heck of a game. Didn't really see a lot wrong from him tonight. The only thing, if you want to criticize Spoelstra, and this is just very technical here, the times that they left Barlow open for a three and Campaign for a three, could they have put somebody on those guys? They could have. But then I think back to that. Back to what I just said. And I ask myself, and I ask you guys this. Don't we say sometimes in basketball, you'd rather leave somebody open to shoot the three, and if they make the three and make you pay, you tip your cap? I did think that happened. They dared Campaign to shoot 2 threes in a row, and he made 2 threes in a row. They dared Dominic Barlow to hit one from the corner, and he did. They also dared Kelly to make one from the left wing down the stretch. He did. It's not like it was Tyrese Maxey. It's not like it was VJ. Not like it was Joel Embiid. Even though Embiid's three at the end was ridiculous. But yeah. This game against any team right now, bring them on. Definitely the best win of the second half of the season so far. If you guys want to chime on into the conversation, you can. Again, 610-314-0844. I love the talk back and forth. I do. It's always nice when we're able to get people involved in the chat. We're able to spark up these types of conversations, especially after a nice win. Like, this was a nice win that they provided tonight. It feels good to have a good win. I feel like it's been a year since the Sixers actually played a good basketball game. Thought you said Jimmy Buffett. It's funny. Read a couple more tweets. Tyrese Maxey passes Allen Iverson. This was posted from SportsCenter. Maxey passes AI for most threes in 76ers franchise history. Maxey's only 25 years old. You know what's crazy? Tobias Harris. And it makes sense. Tobias Harris has the 5th most three-pointers made in Sixers franchise history. What? That's insane. Kyle Korver's number 4. Robert Covington's number 3. Tyrese Maxey's now number 1, and AI is number 2. Sixers Nation also posted, to add on to that, not only is he 25, he did this in more than 500 fewer attempts than Allen Iverson. More than 500 fewer tries than AI did. Not telling you he's better than AI. But the fact that he's 25 years old and he did this in 500 less tries? You're on your way to the Hall of Fame, man. It's ridiculous. And Iverson had what, 8 years? Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. Sean Bernard. Maxey has officially broken AI's record for most threes made in Sixers franchise history. Going to be really cool to see how high he pushes this number when it is all said and done. Noah Levick also said that the Sixers had a video ready to roll after the first quarter honoring Tyrese Maxey's new franchise for made threes. And he got a standing ovation. He got MVP chance. The most decorated three-point shooter in Sixers history, says Sixers Adam. Most decorated is interesting. In my opinion, I still think Kyle Korver is the best three-point shooter that the Sixers have had efficiency-wise. I would also put J.J. Redick in that conversation, but Maxey's up there. It's great. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. At this point, I'm just stalling. I'm stalling for time. I love you all very much. You guys can call in at any time. And I will catch you all on the next one, man. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Good job by the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll see what they got again on Saturday. Going up against what, the Boston Celtics next, or is it the San Antonio Spurs? I think it's the Celtics on. It's the Celtics on Sunday. Yes, play 8:00 on Sunday. So they're off tomorrow. They're off Saturday too. So they play the Celtics on Sunday, and then they play against the Spurs on Tuesday. Okay. Love you all. Lila Tov. Good night. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.